Okay.
I tweeted as well and
Now we
shared
are.
in multiple Discord channels.
Is this what is this? Why is this being okay? Why are you? Okay, sure. That's a thing that's just happening. We have a random blue streak on the right side of the screen, but sure, let's just go with that tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sure.
That is life.
Hi everybody, and welcome to TPK. You may
Hey.
notice a few things are a bit different. We did have to say goodbye and a parting of ways with Glen. Unfortunately, we do wish him the best of luck on future endeavors, and that's pretty much all we're going to say about that. So, without any further ado, let's get into tonight's episode. Last time, if I remember correctly, it has been a while.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, it's been like, what, 3 weeks? Something like that?
It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
Been a hot minute.
It's technically been 3 weeks, but 2 weeks of
Oh no,
games.
don't remind me.
Yeah.
Oh, don't remind me.
So last time you guys got yourselves out of the Giant's Castle, learned a few things about the kingdom, and it seems that they are intentionally reserving magic for only the royalty. Why? You haven't fully discerned, but you've taken this information back to Operam, the Seikon of the Giant's village, and you have relayed all relevant information to him. You've decided to take a rest and resume your discussions on what to do next in the morning. And that is where we left off.
So is it morning or is it night?
That is up to you. Do you guys want to do anything just before you go to bed? Is there something you guys want to do or talk about? Or do you guys want to just skip to morning?
Esmeralda, I think, is going to be drinking some wine for bed. I think she's gonna be like tavern/bar room, just like cuddling. Yeah, pretty much, exactly. Thank you, Ryan. With like a chalice with wine.
Von Tharn will go to her room and go to her little study area, get out some parchment and some writing utensils, and start writing letters to home.
Okay.
I think Esmeralda is gonna go down and join. Not Esmeralda, Annalise. It's been 3 weeks. Okay, I remember my character.
Okay, so you guys have switched characters.
Yes, we've now switched. I have her character sheet now.
Don't want that.
You don't want that trauma.
No.
Now we need to have a body swap episode.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Oh shit.
Don't give him ideas. Damn it.
Annalise is gonna go down and join Esmeralda at the bar.
Okay.
And Will's gonna do the same, but drink water.
She's literally just recovered from the last time she drank. You've been sober for a day.
Yeah.
And in that time, you cut your hair.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, no, she let it regrow out. So Von Tharn, when she's done writing her letters to home, she's gonna go down to the tavern area to get some food.
Okay.
Annalise
Join
will be
everyone
having
else.
some rum.
Of course
I'm
she will.
Oh yeah.
Just staring goblet.
So this kingdom's like really fucked up.
Yeah, it is.
It's kind of your kingdom, Esmeralda. Kind of, sort of. It's over your kingdom.
I never knew about any of it. After I went through the library 50 times over. I never read recall anything about it. I think that's what most.
Why do you think your family would keep this information from you?
From anyone, really.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of important stuff.
Well, if anything, I think whatever thing is held within that castle is just left remaining where it is now. Why there was no need to put it. They didn't want anyone to even think of unleashing something.
We still don't even know what's behind that giant door.
What if it's just a coat closet?
That would be hilarious.
It's just someone's junk drawer.
With a minor apparition in there that likes to change shape based on people's fears.
That'd be interesting.
I almost made the DM rage quit. I'm so sorry.
Don't be sorry.
We've been here for 7 minutes. Tops.
I love D&D so much.
No, not 5. Yeah, 6, 7. 7 minutes. We could not make a Harry Potter reference.
Oh my god.
You're good. You're good.
But did you just get that?
Why did I just now connect the dots?
For 8 minutes now.
So we broke the DM and the wife.
Yep.
I have made.
We
my
interrupt
break-
this roleplay to bring you Harry Potter reference.
Yes.
Harry reference.
Wow, hon. Out of everyone here, she should have gotten that first.
I was not expecting a Harry Potter reference.
She was
Always
staying in
expect the Harry Potter
character.
reference.
She was in
Look who's here.
character.
I actually was in character for once.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Back to
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I would be favorable.
Able to clean up their room, or something that could eat the world. Those are our two options for what's behind the door.
Oh,
I
as
mean-
far as I'm actually aware of, stone giants probably one of the most powerful beings, and the fact that they have to keep something locked and sealed and sacrifice something as great as a giant dire wolf at an amount of time just to keep it at bay.
I mean, there is an easy way of figuring out what's behind that door.
Knocking on it?
Oh,
Breaking in?
I was gonna say opening it, but I mean, knocking on it works too.
I think there was like 17 different padlocks on it or something.
Yeah.
We got
There
it
are a
between the
lot.
two of us.
Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Nothing will go wrong there.
No, definitely
Mm-mm.
not at
Nope.
all.
Nope.
I
We're
can't
so
wait to-
good at this.
I can't wait for
She-
you guys to roll those checks.
Nat
starts,
20
like-
down the line.
Totally.
So,
Mary starts chucking her wine goblet and keeps going until it's finally empty. And
Oh,
I
Okay,
look
let's-
around.
Are you
I'll try
trying,
this.
Are you trying to pull a Willow, Esmeralda? You good?
well,
There's
This
a
is only
reason
my-
I'm drinking water.
and
What's
there's
that?
a reason I'm only drinking wine, dear.
And what's the reason you're only drinking water, Willow?
I don't want a repeat of what happened in your room.
I'll drink to that.
Wait, what happened in Annalise's room?
You don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
I still have some of it in my hair.
Just for
I said
narrative's
I'm
sake,
sorry.
I'm gonna say that they said that in exact same unison, even though they kind of didn't realize. Just because it's funnier that way.
So Von Thorn is just kind of holding her mug of tea and has a concerned look on her face, and then she just slowly sips her tea.
Just drink the tea. Yeah.
Well, since we're in kind of the worst, maybe not the worst, but kind of a bad area of Esmere's hometown, why don't we say things like one thing we all liked about our homes?
About our homes.
Or something we really hated about our homes.
Because that's gonna go over great.
Yeah, hence why I'm not drinking water.
Yeah, that's fair.
Where's Naaman?
Oh, shit. Amen! Might be
Think he
training
would-
in his room.
Alright.
Or whittling.
Most likely training or finishing off another figurine.
Alright.
He does like to whittle. Oh, girls' night!
Girls' night!
Woo!
Well, who wants to go first?
Well, I nominate you, Annalise, since you brought it up.
Oh, come on!
I mean,
Damn it, I didn't want to go
actually
first!
You shouldn't have brought it up.
Excuse me for being curious about you lot.
Yeah, that's
I
fair.
mean, Willow's not wrong.
Okay, fine. I really liked the sunrises. They were really pretty. They would come up just outside my window, and they would hit the ocean, and it looked like it was made of 1,000 diamonds. And just as it would come up, it would kind of come up through my window and kind of light everything I had up there. I really liked that. I really missed that.
Sounds gorgeous.
I'm sorry, could you say that again? I didn't hear you.
It sounds gorgeous.
Yeah.
Views were
What about you,
great.
Von Kahn? Where are you from?
Did we, Ryan? I don't think we really figured out where Von Thorn's originally from.
No, we never did talk about that.
I think we figured one of the islands.
If it was the islands, then we do know. But it would have been Avila, I think, is the name.
Avila, yeah.
If you wanted to go with one of the islands, but you never told me if you wanted that specifically or.
I don't mind one of the islands. What was in Avila?
Avila is mainly a port town, a port nation, because it's also like Twin Spire Island. It's also in the Diamond Archipelago. So that's not the name of it. Whatever. It's in that same archipelago, and so much like its neighbors to the south, which is Makapunianu, they are mostly known for being a center of sea trade. Major exports don't really exist. They have some, of course. It's usually like fish or other things that can be made from the sea. It's very similar to Makapunianu. The only real difference between the two is that Avila was settled by a hodgepodge of all the other different types of races. There's a lot of elves there. There's a lot of dragonborn. There's a lot of humans, dwarves. Basically, it's a melting pot, very similar to Erelon in that way. But
Which makes sense for my family.
yes, exactly.
Isn't that the island where we picked up Naaman?
Yes, it was in Avila.
Yeah.
It was a port town in Avila.
Right.
Yeah, I'll have to name that later. But but yeah, so the only real difference between it and Makapunianu is that Makapunianu is settled. Well, it wasn't settled. It was the natives still control those islands, and the natives there being the turtle people. This is where the majority of the turtles in the world come from, unless they were born somewhere else. Usually their heritage leads back to Macaponiano. And so you guys have a lot of trade between those two nations. There's a lot of waterways. It's kind of like a nation of smaller islands. Similar to what you would see in Hawaii, but with a lot more islands than Hawaii has. And they're a lot closer together than you might think dealing with what you see from Hawaii.
Would it make sense then that there would be some sort of like shopping bazaar in Avila in one of the port towns? Okay.
Oh yeah, there's plenty. One of the biggest ones would be in the capital, of course, which is centered towards the center of the archipelago. That way, like the ships get there, but they still have to like cross through the archipelago. And so, like, most of them, because of the way the currents are set up, end up shifting towards the center of the archipelago anyway, and then they have to shift back outwards. So the capital is basically at that nexus of where all these currents tend to meet. And that's what led into the capital being formed, and of course the major shopping bazaar in Avila.
I miss doing family trips to the major bazaar in Avila, in Avila's capital. Those were fun times. We got to see so many imports coming into the shipping docks, and a lot of times, Mama Dottie, she would get ingredients to make some of my favorite pastries. It was basically this cream-filled custard made with dandelion bread, and the custard was mixed with lemon and lavender, and then topped with like a chocolate ice cream or like a chocolate pudding. Those were my favorite times.
I didn't know you could make pastries out of flowers.
Oh yeah, dandelion flour is really nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but lovely.
Yeah, but ever since moving to Aralon, I've kind of missed those days where me and the family would just get together and head over to the capital, to the major shopping districts and the bazaar, and just wander around, seeing what new things imported in, and coming together after a full day of just hanging out and shopping and just sharing what we got to see and sharing what we got. It always ended up in some sort of big feast. There's a lot of us. So yeah, kind of like a potluck event. Family potluck event. I miss those.
That sounds really nice.
It really does.
Adore the shopping districts in Aralon.
Yeah.
Amazing.
What about you, Esme?
Well, I have many things I love about my... Annalise, actually, you reminded me. Every often, brother and Liam home. We would climb up the tops of the castle roofs. We will watch as the sun began to set. And with Greycap, most of the expanse is all white snow. So anything that came into the sky was immediately reflected. Ever seen moonlight in the snow? Imagine that with the sunset.
Wow.
Beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Miss those times.
It's about you, Willow.
Darius' cabin.
Ariax, what?
Darius's cabin.
Oh,
What about it?
Yes.
No.
more than that.
Give us details.
Keep
What's in
going.
Darius's
Keep
cabin?
going, or we will give you alcohol.
I'm trying to get something ready now.
That doesn't really sound like a threat. But Darius is like a father to me. So Darius's cabin became home to me. I miss the cabin. I miss the town a bit away from it. I miss the woods. I may not miss him pushing me past my limits, but I am glad for it.
So 2 of us miss our families, and 2 of us miss our scenic places, our scenic spots.
Well, of course
We need
I
a
miss my
tiebreaker.
family
Let's go
as
ask
well.
Naaman. I go run upstairs, bang on his door.
Oh no.
Dear, let him sleep.
Naaman, what do you miss most about home, or liked most about home?
Well, I mean,
What did I ask? What was my original question? I don't remember.
dear, you didn't have that much rum. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you assumed I just started drinking now. Joke's on you. I have been drunk this whole
Anthony and I
time.
have switched bodies.
Ugh.
Okay.
Another chalice, please.
So you go do that.
What?
Annalise.
Maddie's frozen.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh, what a time!
So you go and bang on
Yeah.
Naaman's door then.
Yeah.
Okay. He opens it up. What are you on about?
What did you like most about home?
That's a difficult question.
I know, but we need the tiebreaker.
I don't know. I don't even know what I remember about my home yet. I don't know what was true and what was a lie.
Well, what's your favorite thing from whatever you do remember?
Well, I vaguely remember tinkering in my pa's shop. That's
Damn it, family wins. God damn it.
Don't mind her, dear. She's tipsy.
All right, I'm gonna go back to carving things.
Okay, I just slap him in the face lightly. Have fun.
Have a good night, Naaman.
Good night.
Get some rest, Naaman.
And he goes.
I go back down to the bar and slap. He's with family too. Nah.
Well, I mean,
Give me more. Family's
More?
stupid. Family's stupid.
You just said that Naaman was part of your family as well. How is that
That's
stupid?
Different. That's friend family.
So
not
found
real family. Oh yeah, that's good. That rhymes. I like that.
So
No one's ever said that before.
So
Canon.
question, Annalise.
Oh yeah, what's up?
Darius isn't related to me by blood.
Ah, explains
So-
why he's good.
Damn! Fucking damn!
Shots fired. Holy shit.
Holy shit!
Desiree just
I need to know.
sips her chalice and
Valthorn is sipping her tea while Esmeralda is sipping her ale.
My personal experience, blood family are shitbags. And from what I've seen with Naaman's family, it's also true.
I mean, I don't know my blood family, so there's that.
You do know your blood family?
No,
Oh.
I don't.
Good for you.
Von Thorn's ears just kind of duck a little.
Okay.
She feels
Sure,
a little
please.
awkward.
I'm gonna
Well,
get
this
mail
certainly
now.
this little chat has certainly put my mind at ease.
Oh, were we trying to relax you? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that's what you were trying to do. I messed up.
I mean, I don't think all blood family is that bad.
I mean, yours sounds like a fucking fairy tale. Like, I've only ever seen that on, like, those little slips of paper that, like, they ship out to say, hey, we're having a good time over on these islands. It just sounds very perfect.
I mean,
It's just invented
my family's
postcards.
I was about to say, you
family's
need a
not
postcard.
I mean, my family's not perfect either. I mean, for one, there's a lot of us, but we try our best to keep things going and keep communication and just try to be there for each other and be understanding of each other's
please don't
differences.
Please don't die, Maddie. We love you.
I'm not
Please don't
dying.
die.
Mm-mm. I'm definitely not
I
dying.
mean,
Nope.
Okay.
That just sounds really...
I mean, I was talking about Maddie, not Annalise, but okay.
Yeah.
Both are good.
Volthorn is
yes.
Volthorn just nervously trails off into her tea.
I mean,
Oh, they sound like absolute monsters.
I didn't mean to talk over you.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm just gonna
No,
shut up now.
but as Von Thorn was just kind of describing some of her family dynamic to Annalise, she just kind of nervously trails off into her
I
tea.
mean,
Oh yeah, they sound absolutely terrible.
Not real. Well, it would probably be best if you guys wanted to, if we end up in Avila at some point, maybe you guys can meet my family.
Yeah. Are they as fluffy as
that
you?
sounds lovely.
My mom and my sister are.
Yeah.
Well, actually, no. Sorry. Backtrack. My sister's not as fluffy as I am. My mom is. With my sister, at least her hands are. It's really weird. My sister's younger than me, but you'd swear we're kind of twins.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is she the only sibling you have?
Oh no.
How many siblings do you have?
I have 6 brothers and 5 sisters.
Oh,
I'm sorry, what?
Okay.
I really got to read that chart sometime.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
God bless her.
But,
That is quite a feat.
yeah.
Well, my little sister is the only full sister. The rest of my siblings are either half or associated.
Oh,
Oh.
alright.
Yeah.
Still, that's quite large. I can't imagine. Oh god.
Willow's sister's a furbolg.
Oh,
Well, yes.
are you talking about Colleen by chance?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting that name right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Colleen.
Did we mention Colleen before? I don't remember.
I'm just going to assume yes
We
for
did.
the sake of
We did.
ease
When,
and
when we
convenience.
first met,
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I was about to get very suspicious. You
Yeah,
don't
no,
want me
wait,
suspicious.
No, when we first met,
Roll
you
an
made
insight
mention that there was another member of your group who was in the Feywild, and Annalise, you mentioned that
Oh
you were a
god,
little jealous
that's
of that.
right.
Yep. Yeah.
She's in the Feywild.
And we're here in cold giant land.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
jealous of everybody.
Aren't we
Would
lucky?
Vonthar know anything of the Feywild?
Make a history check.
Okay. And that is a 13.
All right. You vaguely know of the Feywild. You know it's a place. You know it's another plane of existence. You don't know much about it in particular. Like you don't know places or politics or anything like that of it. Your family being who they are, they've likely been once or maybe twice, one or two of them. If assuming I'm remembering correctly. And so like they might have told you a few descriptions of like the ever twilight of the how there's never a sunset or a sunrise, it's just always perpetually dusk. Or they might have described some like golden fields of some type of what's the word I'm looking for? Like golden grass that looks like a wheat field from afar, but you get up close and it's actual gold. The grass is actually made of gold, and it grows and it flows and it bends like actual gold, but like actual grass would, but it's gold. Things like that.
From what I remember my family telling me from their adventures, it sounds like a really pretty place and just in perpetual twilight. It'd be really cool to ask Colleen when she gets back.
I hope she makes it back.
I want her back. She gives the best hugs.
Oh, hugs are nice.
Hugs are great.
Especially from Colleen.
Well, this just turned into the "Hey Jack, we want you back" hour.
Yeah. Okay,
Jack, come back! Also, happy birthday!
Yeah, happy birthday, Jack!
FYI, guys, I saw why she's not here. She's out having a grand old time.
Yeah.
Yes.
Without us.
It's fine.
I mean, like,
Fine.
she deserves
You and
it.
Kat had yours, now it's Jack's
Yeah,
turn.
I had mine, and now it's Jack's turn, so.
Totally.
Yes.
It's fine. I'm fine.
I know.
Not feeling left out at all.
Madi.
All right.
I think Esmeralda is going to down her last chalice and
Chug, 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 chug.
basically,
Colleen?
yeah.
The way you guys describe Colleen is reminding me of Mama Dottie.
Is she a
Mama
furball?
Dottie.
No, Mama Dottie is a Goliath. She's one of my
Why
other
is she
moms.
just
Oh, okay.
you of Colleen if she's a Goliath?
In terms of personality.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Mama Dottie also gives good hugs. And she's the one that makes those pastries.
I just.
What are
I don't
you gonna
know.
do tomorrow?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I can't. Even if that thing, releasing that thing, is the key to getting back onto the surface, I can't let other people risk their lives for.
I mean, do we even know what that thing is? Because currently it's just a spooky thing behind a door, maybe.
Yeah, but also we have to figure out a way to figure out what goes on in that blue vial for the antidote of the poison that's been getting pumped into the air
We have to
and
figure out
taking
if
away
we're going
magic
to-
from everybody.
I
we have to
mean,
fig-
wouldn't it just be that if we got it to stop pumping that stuff out into the air? Because if it was a one-time dosage, they wouldn't need to continually do it, so wouldn't just stopping it from doing that.
Thing is,
Maddie
how
throws
do
a
we
gun.
even raise the subject? If anything,
Well, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious we need to get the current Kahn off the throne and get our friendly Kahn back on the throne.
No, of course. I think that's rather important. Not only for them, but also for us. But the additional problem is the more time we waste with this, the more days go by on Grey Cap with that magic crystal, with the potential to wipe everyone out.
I mean, there is always the option of just driving the good berry off the side and hoping that it gives us what we need and we don't all die.
I think Garland would rather have us dead.
Yeah, I think Garland.
Yes, Garland would rather have us dead.
After the reaction
himself.
After
It's definitely Garland and not Ryan at all.
After the reaction Mr. Garland had with Naaman's accident with this place, yeah, I agree with the sentiment. I think Garland would rather have us all die instead of the Goodberry go to
Well,
shambles.
I'm just saying, it was able to give us, like, those winter wheels instead. Maybe it can sprout, like, bird wings. If it can give us a therapy cave, it can give us fucking bird wings.
You have a therapy cave?
No, dear, it is
It's not good. We don't like it. We don't talk about it.
It is anything but therapeutic.
It's not good.
What else do you have
we
in
should
here?
call it the trauma cave.
That would be a more accurate description.
We have a torture room, and we also have a fighting room, and I think we also have a spa.
Oh, that's right. We have a spa. Why didn't we get a damn
Blonde's
massage?
ears perk up. Did you say spa?
Yeah, it's right over there. I point to it.
The massages
door.
are lovely.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we not in the spa?
I don't know. I wanted wine first.
Because
we're
rum.
dumbasses, apparently. We can take the alcohol.
Blonde
Into
immediately
the spa.
runs up into her room and then comes back down in swimming gear. If anybody wants to join in spa shenanigans!
She's gonna get so fluffy in there.
She is, especially with all the steam.
The atmosphere in here has become a little bit of a downer spot. I'd say we all hop into the spa.
Does anybody
Spa?
else remember the last time we were in a spa?
Yes, we had a grand time.
Oh no! Oh,
It was
no.
fabulous. What's
Oh,
your
no.
problem?
Blew up the place.
Yeah, it was
You guys
awesome.
walk in and the king and his son are there? No.
They're everywhere.
Blonde doesn't know any of
like-
this.
You like a nosebleed from
Both-
Ezra.
Both of them are looking back at each other going, how the fuck did we get here?
Goodberry gives you what you need.
Annalise taking off Liam's towel.
Yeah.
I think you mean me.
Annalise.
I also went invisible and
Liam's-
stole several people's
Liam's
towels.
towel?
Oh wait.
Yeah, you were trying to give
That
him
was
bless and
me.
you
That
accidentally
was
grabbed his
Esmeralda.
ass.
Yes.
Because you rolled a
She-
nat 1.
Yep.
No, yeah. She thinks back to that and just like, oh god, yes, no.
Yes, let's do it. I go.
No.
Therefore,
I go.
I am in favor of going into the spa.
Spa day!
Go into the spa.
And
I go into the spa.
here.
Esmeralda like sits there for a second while they all go off. I'm like, I have my own personal bath. It's nice. It has oils and scented roses. No.
I'm gonna
Esmeralda,
sit down
come
and
on.
grab Esmeralda's
Come in
arm
here.
and drag her
Ugh,
towards the spa.
Come on.
Really?
Yep, come on.
Girl
Spa
bonding.
time.
Let's go!
Let's go. Come on.
Fine. So relaxed.
Oh, and with Bonthorn's swim outfit, you see that like there's other parts like her back. She's got like scales going down her back as well.
That's so
And kinda
cool.
towards her tail. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And then she's also got like scales on like her hips as well.
I imagine, I don't know, like
you
maybe
look
this
like
is
you're
just-
bejeweled.
Yeah.
I imagine it's sort of like we walk into the door with the the curtain on the top, and then we just come out the other side all in like bath towels.
Yeah, it's just magical
Just-
transformation. The good berry gives you what you need.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could just change into the bath towels. It is a hot spring.
No.
That's not
This
is an
magical
anime
and fun,
now.
Ryan.
I'm not going to randomly change your character's clothes without your knowledge or consent. I'm not going to do that.
You know, that's funny. We had a conversation about that earlier, but you weren't present, so let's not mention that, actually. Never mind.
Hold on, what?
Whoa.
I
I
want to
totally
know
forgot
this.
about
Ryan,
that.
leave the room.
No. Spot.
I'm
For
curious
doing
about
Spot.
this as well.
It's about what we talked about. What I mentioned.
Wait, what? When
With the
was
Pinterest
this?
board, Avonlea and Maddie,
Oh
you were
yeah.
there.
Okay. No,
Yes.
I was here for that. Yes,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Pinterest
yeah.
board.
I'll tell you
Yes.
Cass later. Anyway,
Yes.
Spot, I guess.
For Ryan. Ryan doesn't
Okay.
get to know.
Okay,
Not yet. Maybe later.
we'll just roll that for no reason. Okay.
Fine, guess I'm not gonna go get your ice cream. Damn.
Oh.
No ice cream for you.
It was
I
a
made
simple
the
day
ice
at the
cream.
spa. Then everything changed when the
I
DM
will eat both of
attacked.
them.
Ooh.
Do
it.
A Fire
it.
Nation
Spot it.
ship bursts through your. No, wait.
So what does the spa look like for Von Tharn?
Okay, so you guys walk in, and as stated before, there is a row of massage tables off to one side. There's a couple of like curtained off areas towards another. There's a big like maybe like 6 feet by 10 feet wooden segment to the one of the walls with a door in it. And inside, the door has a window on it, and inside you can just barely make out like a bench landing around the wall, and in the center there seems to be something like containing like it looks like a pile of rocks in some sort of like caldera of some kind.
So it's an onsen?
Basically, yeah.
Kind of, yeah. It's that room in particular. If you guys know what it is, it looks like a steam room, a sauna.
Oh, a steam room.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was thinking of something else. Sorry.
No one says it's just basically a hotel. Like the whole room itself that you guys walked into basically is an onsen. And then at the back there is a blue curtain. There's a blue curtain and a red curtain. The red curtain has a symbol for females. The blue one has the symbol for men. You guys walk through the curtain, assuming, and there's
Yes.
a place for those of us who watch anime, there's like that little area where there's like little baskets to put your clothes and things, and there's like little fresh towels that are hanging off to the side and everything. And then beyond those little like cubby holes, there's a sliding door, like a Japanese style paper door. And so are you guys going to change, or are you guys going in as is?
I'm changing.
Changing.
Mhm. I'm also
Um,
changing.
I would be changed.
Yeah, Fontarn and I already changed.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you guys are going in swimsuits, because it's basically a bath.
Yeah, or we can change in towels, whichever.
It's up to you. I mean, it's what your characters would be comfortable doing. Keep in
Yeah.
mind,
I'll
you're
change
all
to a
women.
towel.
So
I'll go in a towel.
I would have Annalise
Oh,
was
I
just
had
no
wrapping
idea.
a towel.
it's not like
It's
Naaman's
not-
here.
This got way anime way fast. Holy crap.
Yeah, it's
Attacker?
basically an onsen.
No. No.
I like
I'm wondering
onsens.
what
I
changing
want to
the
visit
towel.
one. Shut up.
Yeah, I think Esmeralda is going to be in a towel.
Okay.
Same with Annalise.
Okay.
And as she sits in the steam, her hair just progressively gets bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And Vonthorn's
Makes
fur
no
just gets a
sense.
little bit poof.
Well, it's because of all the because she has the curly hair. It
Yes.
gets
Sure,
all the
but you're
humidity.
also a mermaid.
Yeah?
I know, right?
It's
Usually
kind of
I'm
made for
fully
this.
submerged, but it's curly orange hair. It's just gonna go.
And Vonthorn's fur with the humidity kind of floofs a bit.
So yeah, you guys walk in and just big ol' fucking fluff.
I like to imagine you can't even see Annalise's eyes. It's kind of just covering.
Just a big ol' red afro covering your head.
Oh, well, I certainly didn't expect that.
Yeah, you
Hey, Annalise.
it's fully wet and it just slicks, but all the humidity, it just gets fluffy.
Vonthorn, on the other hand, also puffs up, but like everywhere, and so like now it's kind of just like this big, like gigantic cotton ball, but like if somebody put a bathing suit on it.
Like a Pomeranian!
Hey, Annalise. Annalise,
What's up? What's up?
how many fingers am I holding up?
8.
I'm going
Where
to the
are you?
massage table.
Where are you? I can't see anything.
Massage tables were in the last room.
Oh,
Fingers am I holding
alright.
up?
Yeah, so like right now you're in the hot spot.
29.
Okay, well
Annalise, move your bangs
Yes,
out of your
I
face.
definitely have that many fingers.
I hit a wall.
I'm gonna start going into one of the baths.
Alright, so you guys
Here.
walk through the sliding door, and you guys walk out, and it's suddenly outside.
Whoa.
Or at least it seems like it's outside. It's open air, and there's these big, like rock sort of structures going around a big green steaming spring. There's some rocks inside the spring that are just like kind of there. It seems to be pretty shallow in most places. Easily enough you could sit down, but there's some deeper parts that you could like fully submerge yourself into. It's really like steamy. There's a lot of humidity here. There's tiles underneath you, like stone tiles that lead off into the spring itself. And they sort of just like slope down, kind of like if you've ever been in a pool, like in a swimming pool, like how it slopes into the deep end. It's kind of doing that into the water. And then it sits at that sort of like 2 or 3 feet deep level, and then it slopes down again into a deeper area. But it's all this like sort of like deep green, sort of steaming, so like really like it's a really like beautiful little hot spring. Natural.
Immediately dive in the water.
It's warm.
Vonthorn dives in after Annalise.
It is warm.
I'm just gonna walk in. I'm not gonna dive. I'm gonna walk.
Yes, I'm gonna walk in and I'm going to order one of the servants. I'm not gonna fully submerge myself, but I'm gonna keep like collarbone and head up exposed so that I can order one of the servants to give me a massage as I'm in the water. She's
And
tense.
they do. They do exactly that.
I just go and sit on the bottom. Just sit
Lovely.
there.
I'm just gonna swim underwater real quick, like those images of like the white tiger swimming underwater, kind of like that.
I just watch you paddle overhead.
It's
Adorable.
You're right.
such a nice
And then when
contrast.
Vonthorn just comes up for air, she just like pokes her head out a little bit and it's like, blows some
Enjoy-
bubbles.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yes. Oh.
You hear a purring coming from Bonthorn's general direction.
Flicks her ears in happiness.
No. Well, that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna go get something real quick. I will be back.
Is it ice cream?
It's ice cream.
Probably ice cream.
Yeah.
Get mine.
No.
I will say, I mean, this the most natural hot springs would be because these two are just like having switched. Technically,
She's the strong and silent type.
Cheers.
So basically, from like the nose up is above water, but like her mouth and below is like underwater. But she still looks at you and flicks her ears in agreement.
Oh my goodness.
Sitting at the bottom, thinking about how wonderful everybody else's families are.
She's not salty.
Rogues, man.
Nope.
Hey, you chose the road.
I'm
man.
very salty. I'm a fish. I'm extremely salty.
You
Fresh as
chose
a
the
tuna.
bad backstory.
She chose to be a rogue.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And now I get to roleplay it.
So Annalise is being shellfish.
Yeah, Emily, you should not be laughing as hard as you are right now. I'm sorry.
We're going to end for the night. No.
My face is hurting.
Wait, what did I miss?
Fish puns.
Okay. I'm gonna be right back.
Oh.
She needs a break.
I wonder if there are any parts of the world that are just like this.
I just kind of start swimming up and just slowly swim up.
Are you also going to...
There's no asses I want to see here. They're
All
beautiful.
of ours.
That's true.
I don't... Well, water and alcohol... Eat. Please, you are not the first to drool over my brother's visage, and you won't be the last.
There you go. You're in good company.
And
But
all-
does it
Hawthorne
mean-
flicks her ears in confusion.
You haven't
No,
met her
no.
brother yet. He's got a
You're-
great booty.
Your infatuation is safe for now with my indifference.
That's right. See,
I don't
Willow,
wanna
we're safe.
test it.
For
We
now.
I don't
Are
want to test
safety.
it. What were you saying, my love?
Could everybody who was drinking alcohol earlier make a Constitution saving throw?
I actually ordered ale too.
If this is the one I get a nat 20 on, it's gonna be
You
hysterical.
don't get it. You don't get it.
Annalise, did you get a nat 20?
No, I got a 2.
Oh my god.
Oh
Wait,
What did everybody else roll?
Hold
Plus
on,
2, so it's a 4.
saving throw, right?
Saving throw.
Yeah.
Wait,
So
so
11.
12.
I'm the only one that did not have alcohol throughout this entire time.
I got a 4.
So you got what?
11.
And
12.
Annalise got a 4. 12. Okay. So as Annalise has got Willow by the face and is smushing her, and she goes, "We're safe for..." and falls over backwards into the pool.
Oh god.
I
As
swim
a couple
over
of the
to
servants
Annalise.
come in and like kind of lift her out, take her back out of the sauna.
No, I don't want pickles.
I almost thought she was gonna puke in my face.
She said pickles.
I thought she
I
said
think so.
pickles.
Sea
I thought I see pickles.
Okay, so we all heard pickles then. All right.
Oh, thank goodness. She said something
It's
else.
my
that
safe
was
word.
much more- You did not just say that. You did not just say that on stream. You did not just say that.
Wait, what?
Pickles is Annalise's safe
You
word.
did not just say that to me.
I actually said was no, I don't want pickles, and all you girls heard was pickles.
I'm gonna have to write that one down.
when I describe you to my friends, I'm gonna say, yes, my friend Maddie, she's a very successful voice actor, and her safe word is pickles.
Yes. Oh.
That's exactly how I'm going to describe you to other people.
Excellent,
Go on.
excellent. That will be the name of my autobiography.
My safe word is pickle.
Now.
Oh, a jar of pickle.
That should be a T-shirt now. Why is it Maddie has all the T-shirt ideas?
Ow, my face.
I'm just a chaotic little shit.
Oh. Ow, my face.
We love you, though.
What I
me
actually
too.
said was, no, I don't want pickles, and all you guys heard was pickles. So I ran
No.
with it.
No, I
I
heard
knew-
that bit.
Okay,
Yes, I
good.
did. But I wanted to
heard
make
that.
sure you said pickles and not anything
And
else.
then you went straight off the deep end with it.
I am a little more chaotic than I'm allowed to be in real life,
She
so
did go off. She did go off the deep end.
I did indeed.
This is what happens when we don't have D&D for 2 weeks.
Just all of this pent up energy for
Yes.
campaign.
Remember
just wanna
Critical
do dumb
Role
shit.
after like 3 months.
Oh God, yes.
Oh my god, you
In the words of Liam O'Brien, we are so horny for D&D.
You did.
You should have seen. You should have seen me and my in-person group after the 6-month hiatus we had to go on because of lockdown.
Oof.
Okay. So
Well-
do they just like chuck me into my room and I'm just floating there in the water?
No, you're just
Wow.
like off to the side.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she just like sitting in the sitting upright.
No, I'm just like-
You're laid down on a bed that is now there, one of the massage tables.
Volthorn just has this look of
My
concern and
goodness.
When
flicks
I
her ears in
snore-
concern.
When I snore,
What?
Say that again.
You cut out.
when I'm snoring, it comes out through my gills.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Oh no. I never thought there are many things I would imagine me seeing before I die. That is not one of them. I'll say that.
A naked mermaid snoring through her gills.
I'm not naked, I have a towel on.
Yes, you do.
It is a very soaked towel.
Oh, yes.
It's
I mean, you've
fine.
never gone swimming wearing a towel?
This is anime. Everybody's done that.
Yeah,
That's
everyone
the
has a
towel
towel.
in an anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something you don't see every day.
Yes. I mean, well, don't see a city of storm giants every day. How am I? Oh God, how am I going to explain this to my father? It's going to be.
You're gonna say, hey, we found a city of giants.
Yes, we found a city of giants floating above our kingdom.
There are giants in the sky.
Yes,
Technically,
there
you
are
now know
giants in
of
the
2
sky
cities
here.
of giants floating above your kingdom.
Yes.
By the way, technically, you know of 2 cities now.
No, there's 2 of them.
I was in one.
Can I whisper to one of the to one of the servants? Make sure her next drink is non-alcoholic, please.
Whose?
Yes.
Whose next drink?
Yes.
Yes, just yes, both of them.
Okay.
No. The one with the one having a good nap right now. If she has another drink, I would prefer to be non-alcoholic. We need to be somewhat alert in the morning.
What is alert?
It's a feat I took?
Oh my God! It's been 2 weeks without Dungeons and Dragons. This is what we've been used to.
My chaotic energy finally has an outlet.
I know, my goodness.
Ooh.
My face is so warm.
Appropriate.
Sorry.
Right?
You were saying?
So, Von Thon, you've so are you staying in the were you staying in the capital originally before you went down to Goldfield?
So I grew up in Avila, and then when I became of adult age to go off on my own, I came to. Sorry, I'm forgetting the name of where she's been at, and
Austin?
no,
Hold on,
Goldfield?
let me bring up the picture again because I forgot
Goldfield.
the two.
No.
Wouldn't have been Laston
Erewhon,
because if
there we
she's
go.
coming from the water, then
No,
yeah. So I grew up in Avila. I came
that's not.
to.
She probably okay. So you did very likely go through Laston on your way there, but that's not where you stopped.
No. I'd been staying in Goldfield for a little bit, and I was on my way to Castletown in Goldfield when I ended up running into you guys.
I see.
Sunland. You spent most of your time in Sunland.
Yeah, I spent most of my time in Sunland
You
after.
have recently taken a job in Goldfield, escorting a caravan to the capital.
I see.
Sunland, for those of you who grew up in Erelon, Sunland is basically why Erelon, the country, is kind of known as the adventure capital of the world. Sunland is where a lot of adventures start out. It's basically made of every starting town from every D&D campaign you've ever heard of. That's basically what Sunland is. There's a lot of like old ruins that haven't been that are they've been pretty well explored, but there's still some like light dangers there for like young adventurers to sort of cut their teeth on. It's basically the training ground for a lot of adventurers, and it's kept that way by Erelon itself, so that adventurers have a place to like go and really cut their teeth on the world and sort of gain the skills that they require. It's also where the royal family generally starts recruiting people for their party once it's time for them to set out on their own quests. So it pulls a lot of responsibilities for the kingdom, even though it doesn't unlike Goldfield, it doesn't produce a lot of things for the kingdom. It doesn't provide a necessary function like Grey Cap or Laston does. It's not the place where like the soldiers train like Barkon. It's not a trade capital like Westmarch. It provides. This is what it provides to the kingdom.
Yeah, so that's where I spent most of my time until I got my job doing a delivery towards Castletown and Goldfield. But then, like I explained when we first met, there were bandits, about 20 of them. And then I ended up running into you guys when I used the teleportation scroll.
Bandits.
Right.
Yeah.
Any bandits for a caravan?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what was in the caravan. The job description didn't really go into that detail.
But you were also given a teleportation circle.
Oh, no. So the teleportation scroll was from a previous job I did. And the person I delivered to, I spent some time with them because they needed some help with a couple of things. And they gave me that as a form of payment.
Do you recall...
So to put that bit in perspective for everybody, did anybody ask what Von Thorn's last name is?
No. What was the name of the person that paid you?
I think she told us when we first met her.
So I don't think we had a name for the person that gave Von Thorn the teleportation scroll.
The scroll?
Yeah.
Let's see. The scroll itself came from this elderly wizard who had gotten to the point where even with magic, moving around their wizard tower had become difficult, and that sort of thing. So, going back a minute, Von Thorn's last name.
So my full name is Von Thorn Kiki Meldon.
Okay, so middle name then.
Yeah.
So basically, she legitimately just made Kiki's delivery service. So if you've seen the movie, that moment where Kiki stops and helps the little old lady and bake her
The pie.
It wasn't a pie, it was something else.
It was a pigeon pie, I think.
It was
some
something.
sort of baked pastry.
Yeah, it was a savory thing though.
Yeah.
I think it was a pot pie.
Yeah, like a meat is some sort of mincemeat pie.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you've seen the movie, that's basically what happened for her to get the teleportation scroll. Only replace little old baker lady with little old wizard.
Yeah. So Vonthar just regales the tale of how she got that scroll in the first place.
Right then. Interesting.
Feel free to
She
make
was
that up
really
if you like.
sweet. She was really sweet. Had a hard time getting around her tower though, so I just kind of helped her out a bit, and like she needed something delivered to one of her relatives, and she kind of lost track of time a little bit. We both did a little bit, but yeah, in payment towards that, she didn't have a whole lot of money on her, so she just handed me a teleportation scroll and is like, here you go for if you absolutely need it, or if you have a place, or if you wanted to visit your family again, utilize that. And she was really nice. Her relative was a real piece of work though when I got that item to them. Part of me wanted to smack them, but I know better.
Her relative in Goldfield?
No. Again, this was a different job before.
Oh, okay.
Field.
All right.
Yeah, no, her relative was a piece of work, though. I wanted to smack them, but I know better. And then my job in Goldfield came to me, and then I was doing that, and didn't get a whole lot of detail of what was in the caravan, so. But apparently bandits wanted it.
I was about to
And
say,
now here I am.
20 bandits for one.
Minus one teleportation scroll.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. That's going to be one of the many other things that we might have to investigate in the future if it's not solved eventually. But it may not even be anything. I don't know why I'm thinking like this. Give me too much wine.
Von Thorn just kind of reaches over and massages Esmeralda's temples.
You feel too furry, but soaked.
No.
Right. You feel
scale.
two very wet, very scaly fingers start rubbing your temples.
It's okay. Just it's okay.
Is she purring? Like, is it like vibrating on her temple? Or no? I'm just curious.
I mean, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
And she's not purring right now, but she's just doing like little circles, gentle circles on the temples.
Thank you. It's appreciated. Really.
I try not to overthink things myself. Sometimes it gets difficult.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you're in difficult situations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm.
Over on the bench, Annalise just goes.
She goes,
You
what?
pros.
You froze.
Over on the bench, Annalise just goes, make it a double.
He whispers to the servant, "Don't make it a double. I told you before, don't make it a double, I swear. Don't do it."
The servant just nods.
Yeah. Alright then.
How's Willow holding up? Volunteer
Yeah.
next to Willow.
I only had a few sips. I'm good.
Alright.
So it seems like the list of things that we need to do in order to get off this floating rock, figure out how to get magic to the people, figure out how to get Kahn on the throne, and figure out what's behind mystery door number 1, and then get off this rock.
Well, hopefully that's not our only way down. Because again, if that thing puts the rest of the storm giants in danger, I'm really reluctant to open it.
So mystery door number 1 is a maybe we'll cross that bridge if we get to it.
Uh-huh. Hopefully, if we manage to get the rest of the citizens access to the archives, maybe they can find a different solution.
Maybe.
Maybe. Right then, and she kind of like stands up with the towel. I'm off to bed. Before I have any more wine.
That would probably be a good idea.
As Vonthorn looks over to Annalise as an example.
No, that tastes like sunflowers.
Sunflower. I thought. Are there any? No, I'm not. No more questions. Good night, all. She goes back.
Night, Esmeralda.
Before she goes to and gets ready for bed, she wants to see if anything came into the litter box.
I thought you said litter box for a minute. I'm like, wait,
No.
what?
Letter.
Letterbox. Letterbox. Ryan.
You don't have a cat.
Yes, we do.
Well, he doesn't.
We just got a very big fluffy cat.
I'm the cat.
I know, right? You're the cat.
You're the emotional support animal. Anyway,
Yo.
no, nothing has come through the letterbox.
Right. Oh, wonderful. And she just gets ready for bed. Some prayers in the chapel. She goes.
Okay. How about the rest of you?
I'm gonna get up, go over to Annalise, look back at Valentine, and be like, I'm gonna go to bed and take her with me.
Do you need help carrying her?
Phrasing.
You're taking me to bed? Are we gonna cuddle?
Not without her consent.
That would be appreciated.
All right, Vonthorn gets out of the water and goes with Willow to Annalise, and we just kind of, Vonthorn helps Willow pick Annalise up and try to carry her out.
As you're picking her up, she just goes, "No, I didn't do it. I don't. It's not my
okay,
fault.
We're gonna get you to your room.
I want to go home."
Oh, we know, honey, we know.
No, that tastes like crabfish.
Okay, we're gonna take you to your room. Okay.
Yeah.
They just like 1, 2.
Like floats. We just find a cold pool for her.
I mean, you kind of are. That's basically what her bedroom is.
Yeah.
Vonthorn doesn't know this yet.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Okay.
We should probably find a dry towel for her too.
I think she'll be fine. She'll be fine.
But won't she catch a cold if she continues in a wet towel?
Her room is all water.
Yeah, it's a giant fish tank.
Wait and you'll see.
Okay. All right.
So when we get up to her room, I'm gonna like hold her against my hip and just open the door.
A servant opens the door for you.
Okay.
I was about to say.
And you see just a wall of water.
Her
Waldor's
entire
like, what?
room is water.
All right.
So she'll be fine.
All right then.
Wait a minute, what about the temperature difference? Oh no!
It'll
She's
wake her up.
gonna have a rude awakening.
All right, what are you doing?
I'm tempted to throw her in, but at the
Wait.
same time, I'm not gonna do that.
Wait, which one of us has Annalise's head?
Roll odds or evens. Roll against each
Oh
other.
shit.
Whoever has the highest roll, that's our head.
I got a 7.
I got a 15.
Willow has Annalise's head.
Okay, let's stand her up, and then let's
Okay.
nudge her into the water.
Okay.
Okay.
I help Willow stand Annalise up. Stand her up, right?
Oh no. He just grabbed a dice. Oh no. Oh fuck. And then just gonna gently nudge her into the water. Oh no.
Oh no.
Why is it always Annalise?
Because I'm chaotic!
But why is it always specifically you that is specifically losing clothing? Because you're just wearing a towel and
Yeah.
you're not exactly in a state to keep it on.
So I
Make sure it
love
stays
them.
on.
Good thing Naaman decided to hide away in his room for the night.
Yep.
So you push her into the water, and as soon as she hits the water resistance, the towel just slips and floats.
Okay then.
And
In the bed
Annalise,
tonight. Ah.
you wake up as soon as you hit the water.
Oh.
Hey, we're gonna go grab your clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Love you,
two are
promise.
mean. Okay, good night. I just kind of float over to my bed
I'm
and
gonna
sleep on it.
I'm gonna run back downstairs and grab her clothes.
I just slowly close her door.
I'm just kind of sleeping in bed, you know, like the toddler position with like the butt up in the air kind of thing.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
I'm just closing Annalise's door.
Yes!
Ooh.
Face down.
I never thought I'd see something like that. All right.
You have been
Her clothes.
mooned.
Okay.
You just want to leave him outside the door.
I like open the door and just like put the clothes in. I'm like, okay, I'm
They
done.
just float.
Clothes are not floating.
Closing the door.
Just gonna wake up next morning being like, that was a weird night.
Did Willow also get mooned by Annalise when
Oh,
she
yeah.
reopens the door?
Definitely.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
it's a hell of a view.
Mhm.
Well, I will say this. I don't know if I should say this actually.
No, you can't.
We'll leave
you
that
can't
for
right
a
now.
different time. I don't know
Do
what
it.
you're about to say, but I don't
Say it.
Waldor's ears twitch in slight concern mixed with curiosity as to what Willow was about to say.
I don't know how Maddie would react to it. That's the only reason I'm not saying it.
Mhm.
We'll leave it for a post stream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Anyway.
the after
I love
dark
you, Maddie.
stream.
I love you too.
After dark stream.
Oh god. Oh, god. Underdark stream.
PPK after dark.
The Underdark
Underdark.
stream.
It's the Underdark
Nice.
stream. Oh god. That's
Oh
gonna
my
have to be a
god,
thing
what if
now.
we did? What if we actually did like a segment called the Underdark stream for like
would-
after
would-
game shit?
Probably be like the Underdark podcast. Possibly maybe what it was,
That's
something like
great.
that. Which actually
In an hour and a
sounds
half,
awesome.
guys, we've accomplished so much.
We
Right?
interrupt this troubling political scheme to bring you bathhouse and drunken mermaid ass.
Yep.
Blue mermaid ass.
Oh, that's. I don't like that.
What?
Oh,
No, I just looked
The
at
blue line?
the brand new battery I put in the sound mixer, and it's already down to half.
Oh.
Yeah. It also goes up to 3/4 every time I talk. like
Interesting.
it's the sound bar that's measuring my like.
Weird.
So weird.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. Anyway, so you guys all come to a interesting night's sleep. You wake up the next morning. You all gain the benefits of a full long rest. So you guys may put that in if you haven't already.
Spells.
And for those of you who do such a thing, manage and prepare your spells for the day. You guys come to wake. Breakfast is, of course, ready for you. Out on the dining area of the tavern. Naaman is sitting there, eating a whole pock of meat, as you do. The day is yours.
I smell all the meat and I'm just like, ask one of the servants, can I just get some like bananas, please?
Fun fact, grease is actually really good for a hangover.
I know, that's why I'm asking for bananas.
Bananas aren't greasy.
Oh, you said grease. Oh, I didn't realize that's what you said. Bananas are really good for a hangover because they have potassium in them.
Yep.
Good morning, all. Gee.
Hello.
How's the head, Annalise?
Still
How you
orange.
feeling?
I meant the brain inside the head. Not the
Oh, no, that's all fucked up, but that's been that way for a while.
Do you think you can manage for some conversation?
Yeah. I'm good. We should talk about serious shit.
Do you want some coffee, Annalise?
Nah, that tastes bad.
I mean,
That
I'm gonna take
tastes
some
bad.
coffee with some
Alright.
honey.
I'm just gonna have some bananas. It's cool.
Alright, well.
Okay.
Okay.
Naaman, you
is
missed it. Everyone saw my ass last night.
Do you know that?
I was not a part of that, actually. How did you
Oh, yeah.
know?
Esmeri didn't
They
see
woke
your
me
ass,
up when
though.
they put me in bed. Did you like
We didn't
it?
mean to.
We did not mean to see anything happen.
We meant
Again,
to
we're sorry.
like gently put you in your room and you could just float and sleep that way.
Yeah.
And it's
We
the
didn't
thought
do
that
it.
counts.
I didn't know your room was an entire fish tank.
Oh, yeah. It's nice. You can go in and then you come out and you're totally dry.
Oh.
Hence why she's dry right now.
Yeah.
I mean, fair.
When you're
yeah.
in it, you're all like floaty. And
Yeah,
you can also, other people can breathe under in it. Normally I'm fine because I, can do
Yeah,
that.
it's great.
All right, back to serious business. Overthrowing
we
the
can't-
king.
I think we really can't have this conversation without Sir Kahn.
It's true, we should go talk to him.
Yes. First, food
His-
and hangover care.
Well,
I'm fine, I got bananas.
I want to see if
drinking
he is
coffee,
actually
too.
fine.
Roll
I'm
an insight
feeling
check.
quite well.
Where's my insight? Where's my insight?
Wait, what did she say?
She said,
Insight,
Annalise said
there it
she was
is.
feeling fine.
Oh, can I roll an insight check as well?
Sure.
That's a 13.
One second.
It's gonna be about as good as yours. Hey, 14.
Annalise, are you lying?
I have no idea. I've never been drunk. I don't know how this works.
Neither have I.
Roll a Constitution saving throw then.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, no.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. That's plus your saving throw?
No, yeah, that's 17 plus 2.
Okay. Yeah, you're actually pretty good.
All about staying
Saying what?
hydrated.
It's all about staying edge. I mean, you were pretty good about that. I mean, let's be honest. Like, you can't be more hydrated than literally submerged underwater all night.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Oh, I'm good. I'm actually good.
All right. So food, and then talk to Seikon.
Yep.
Cool. Eamon, you're awfully quiet.
Yeah, did you make anything last night?
Food.
You made food?
Don't interrupt.
No,
Oh,
I'm
that's
eating
nothing.
food.
Yeah, don't.
As you see, like, 5 stacked plates next to him.
Don't worry about it. I've seen him do multiple things while eating. It's fine.
All right then. I'm gonna just grab some bacon and eggs.
I once saw him do workout while he ate an entire chicken.
That
was pretty cool.
Impressive.
True story.
That is impressive. that is quite the impressive feat.
Von Thorn just looks at Naaman with the question of, what the fuck are you?
Ethel.
What are you?
What are you? And I thought I was the weird one with draconic features on a tiger.
Nah, you're normal.
Apparently. Oh. So Von Thorn gets her food.
Yep. Go eat.
Yep.
Have we
And
eaten?
now we just wait for Esmeralda.
You guys, okay, so do you guys have any discussions over breakfast or anything?
How should
What are
we
you-
bring up the topic of overthrowing Seikon's brother?
I mean, I feel like we have already. We already let him know that
Yeah, but it doesn't
he
seem
had to be
like
stopped.
yeah, but it doesn't seem like any plans were made on Seikon's end. So we
No,
should
he needed to
prob-
sleep on it, so
Yeah,
we should go talk to him.
we totally should.
Hmm. Well then, let's not waste any more time.
Okay.
Yep.
We wouldn't want to waste time. Who would do that? It'd be silly.
Oh, no.
Who would waste an hour and a half on a bath episode?
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Our second bath episode.
It's just gonna be a running theme.
Yep.
Anyway, so you guys finish your breakfast, and you funnel out of the Goodberry, which is once again sitting on that desk. And Seikon is sitting in that chair. And he's sort of contemplative. He looks worried, sort of, what's the word?
Concerned?
Introspective, concerned. He's kind of got. He looks as if he's probably been thinking about this all night.
I'm gonna use Montarchy, that he can hear me better. Oh dear.
he looks up, sort of like acknowledges that you're there, and just keeps thinking, very much lost in his own head at the moment.
We need to make plans of what we're gonna do.
Boy,
What are you thinking?
I've been thinking this through since what you said last night. My brother has always been willing to make more difficult decisions than I. Not just with the dire wolves, but with most things. He is my younger brother, but I have always been the softer one. He was not a bad brother. Protective in many ways. Kind in others. I don't know why he would continue to uphold a tradition that makes his own people suffer. That is not the brother I knew.
And maybe someone should tell the people why they're suffering. And who's responsible for it?
Maybe then he would be willing to give us some answers. And speak for himself.
That can be done.
I kind of feel like we should also obtain some evidence just in case. Because I get the feeling that if the current Kahn is confronted with information about this, because everyone in here knows the truth, but who's to say anyone else does? And if the whole town learns of this and confronts the Kahn, if we don't have evidence, who's to say the Kahn isn't just gonna say something to make the people think otherwise? I
Well,
mean,
here's
I
the
know
thing.
that the town is pretty much on Sakon's side, but there's still that one uneasy feeling I'm getting if we don't at least get some physical evidence of this happening.
The thing is, we saw physical evidence, but we're too tiny here to pick it up. So, Sakon here would need to be the one to get it. We know where it is, we just can't get it.
Wait, what about the bucket of blue liquid that we just got?
Oh, you mean this?
Yeah.
Yeah, that!
Oh, right. I forgot about that. That...
It proves that there's a bucket of blue liquid.
That's
Unless anyone can do an analysis on it or something. Some sort of magical tracing.
Well,
And prove that it actually came from the Kahn.
did I mean, I can learn the school of magic that it pertains to, but that's about it. Besides, these people have been living without magic for thousands of years. That might not persuade them, per se.
No, but the promise of a better life might.
I will say, it will not take the people much convincing to turn on my brother.
And if it comes from you, I think they'd trust it. Even without proof.
As you've seen, I am allowed free reign into and out of the palace, when I should be banished. The guards do not stop me. They obey his orders purely because they are supposed to.
Still, I don't know if you entering the throne room would be particularly beneficial or even
No.
But it doesn't put you in a good light, Sir Kahn.
Someone will have to confront my brother while somebody else tells the people what has happened. That way, if he has magic, he cannot use it on the people while they gather to force them to disperse.
Oh, you will be best to communicate with your people, I believe.
But that would leave you to face my brother alone.
Not even sure he'd know we're there. We're like bugs to him.
It's true.
There is no one else.
We could get the word out
Unless we-
faster.
I mean, we
Unless
could
we can
always
find someone.
distract him. I mean,
Yeah.
let's be real, gnats are very distracting.
Yeah. Unless we can find another person on the inside that can help in this endeavor. Someone that's on good terms with you, say Kahn, and someone that's already on the inside for the castle grounds.
Everybody still in the castle is still honor bound to serve my brother. They allow me access and only disobey some orders, but they cannot and will not attack him without a reason.
I think it would be safer, at least momentarily, for you to contact your people and spread the word. At least we have magic. We could defend ourselves against your brother, at least momentarily, before you all arrive. Or we could even possibly open up the throne ourselves. Lead you all into entry. Discover the truth together.
Wait, what if we got Saekon in the throne room when his brother's not around?
That would mean having to wait until night. Which I'm not particularly against. It just wastes more time.
We
I
run
mean-
into the same problem of giving Azar Khan time to prepare against an invasion of his own people. The soldiers will be forced to cut down the citizens at his orders, whether they want to or not.
Do we need to
Someone-
make sure the guards are fully against him
Somebody
for...
needs to prevent Azar Khan from preparing against an invasion of the populace.
So, we go and cause some mischief. Keep him distracted.
I do not know how you could do this, but as long as you can keep him occupied long enough for the people to gather, I could lead them into the palace. If there are no standing orders to kill or defend the palace, the guards will let us through. But if Azar Khan has time to prepare, he will give those orders. He will tell the guards to kill any intruders on sight, myself and the people included.
Does anyone here know sleeping drafts or anything like that?
Not yet. I was going to have Colleen prepare some before she left.
I don't think she can
mean,
do that.
Huh?
I don't think she can do that.
But I at least was going to have her start growing the herbs for it. Besides, putting asleep storm giant might. I don't think there is any sleeping agent that we could ever possess to put us to sleep a storm giant.
I mean, enough cyanide can put him to sleep.
Maybe we can ask your friend Garland?
That would also be expensive.
Yeah, and I'm not exactly sure we have many favors left with Garland yet at the moment. We need to figure this out on our own.
He should have been here last night.
What?
Garland, he should have been here last night.
Why?
For what reason?
I mean, if we got to see your ass, maybe him seeing your ass would help us.
It's an opportunity. Dang it.
Von Thorn is confused.
Okay, I'm just throwing this out there. I'm just throwing this out there. I have 1,000 ball bearings. I have a tinderbox. I have a joke book. I feel like I could really fuck some shit up for him.
I mean, honestly, what do we have to lose at this point?
I'm thinking at least.
Making a big fuss and a big mess of things, at least momentarily, while Sir Kahn prepares people. Perhaps maybe we could even drive him out of the throne room, at least momentarily.
Well, actually, if you could keep him in the throne room, that'd probably make things a little bit easier.
Wouldn't you want access to the secrets below it?
The people will follow me to the castle to get the proof we need. The problem is getting them into the castle without word reaching my brother.
I see. Oh, I mean, we could just enact some chaos.
Well, the entrance to that underground area is our own room. So we would have to keep the Khan out of the throne room and unaware of what's going on if we're going that route.
Azur Khan may be powerful with his magic if he has it, but I doubt he could defend himself against the entire village.
That is fair.
Especially,
He wouldn't be wise to do so either.
Especially not after doing combat with the Nedillion and their party.
Right.
That's right.
course.
The Andillion is so powerful.
Very powerful. Thank you.
I would just rather be on the safe side in that, because we don't know, like, if Azur Khan does have magic, we don't know how long he's had magic for, and we don't know how powerful his magic is. It would best be on the safe side, since magic is an innate ability amongst kind. It would best err on the side of caution.
Or light shit on fire, toss ball bearings, tell him stupid dad jokes, and watch the chaos ensue.
That's not a bad idea.
It'll keep him distracted.
Yes, it would.
Reminds me of someone else that I know would most likely do the same thing.
I say we just kick his ass.
Yeah, cause look, we're just so big and strong. I mean, look at Naaman. He can totally take on Giant King. Yep. You're. Yeah, that.
Wait, was that Naaman that made the
Yeah.
suggestion?
That was Naaman that made the suggestion.
Okay.
Yeah. You totally got
I
this, buddy,
mean-
for sure. Let's do the bell bearings and dad jokes first, okay?
Yeah. Naaman, we
I
all
know-
know you're very strong.
And you can jump real high, but We almost died from wormlings in a sewer. Let's not fight a giant king.
But we
Yeah,
didn't
let's-
die. And I've still got 2 uses of that potion.
Oh god.
Oh god,
What-
that's
what kind
right,
of potion
you
is
do have
that?
2 uses of
Um,
potion.
It's a potion of what was it, like random benefits or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yes, I
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm.
I was
That's exactly what that
Let's
was.
call that Plan Z. Okay?
Last resort stuff.
Well, if anything, we'll just have to. We'll use it when we're there.
Yeah.
But that is a very good point. All right.
And
then.
I don't have to be the only one to use it. It's not like it requires attunement.
Oh, it doesn't.
It's a potion.
Chug it and hope for the best.
That's useful to know.
Whatever happens, like I said, whatever happens, it will be beneficial. As Marie knows this because she's the one who identified it.
Yeah. Well, what would you prefer, Naaman? Would you rather keep it, or would you like one of us to hold on to it?
Whatever the best scenario is, that's what I'm willing to do. I don't care who takes it, just as long as it's the best idea we've got.
I think we gotta get into the castle and see where Seikon or where the con is, and then figure it out from there. Because it's a very big different scenario if he's in the throne room as to opposed to on the chamber pot.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if he's in the bathroom, then we've got the advantage.
Yep, we'll catch him with his drawers down.
Literally.
I'm gonna take a bathroom break.
We could Tywin Lannister this. We could Lannister this with, like a big ass crossbow.
If only Von Thorn had the spell enlarge reduce.
If only. That's why I thought you were a wizard.
Sorcerer.
I know she's a sorcerer, but I thought you were a wizard originally.
Sorcerers can have the enlarge and reduce. It's just my character's not a high enough level for that yet.
I know. Right then, I guess we go in and make a mess of things. I'm sure you two will do your best. And she looks over at Naaman and Annalise.
And our best is always fabulous.
Well, fabulous isn't what I would say. I would say your best is predictably unpredictable.
Ooh, that's much shinier.
Also much more flattering.
Yeah.
While also somehow being more insulting.
She can make an insult sound like really nice. Like,
Yep.
Ooh, that sounds fancy. And you're like, and she's like, uh-huh.
Wow, you pull off that dress so well.
Mm-hmm.
It's the gray cat version of bless your heart.
Yeah.
So hot. Sweet summer child. Oh, the summer's really cold in Grey Cap.
Father's just like, Kids
We got to go to the castle. Dakon,
I
can
think
you
we need to.
can you get us into the castle the way you did last time?
I could.
We
But
need to ensure that he's
immediately
with.
after, I will have to start rallying the people. I will join you as soon as I can, but I don't know if I have the strength of will to face my brother.
You do so for your people.
I do not know.
I understand. Do. In my graceful opinion, I don't have much experience in leadership. I do know this. If I were ever in that position, the love of my people must come before my own preferences.
Cass, okay?
Cass, you okay? What happened? Oh.
I think I broke it.
Oh
To be fair, it might have been my fat ass that broke it, that like pre-broke it.
Okay, it didn't.
no! Oh no!
I'm fine. I think. Fuck. Oh no.
Did she try and sit
I'm
down
sorry.
and it just went backwards?
She went to go sit down and just whoosh.
I'm not laughing at you, Cass. I know she probably can't hear me. I'm
She
not
can't.
laughing at you. I'm laughing at the circumstances. Okay. Take your time.
What are you doing? Stop!
Oh
Oh god!
I can't hear anything.
You're doing great!
You got this! You got this! You got this, Cass! We believe
We
in you!
believe in you!
We believe!
Can't hear it. She can
I
only see us like
believe.
giving thumbs up and
I believe in you. I believe. I believe in Steve. In Steve. In Steve.
Really professional D&D stream.
Oh,
Really
God.
professional.
Yep.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay, I'm back.
No. She went and grabbed the entire bottle of whiskey.
Oh no!
Oh,
been
no.
21 for 5 days.
That's what I've been saying.
5 days.
Oh my
So,
god.
so how big is the bottle of whiskey?
Is it like a
We
normal
just had
size?
the drunken character moment. We can't go back now.
Goodness.
No, we had a drunken character moment. Now we have drunken player
Jesus.
moments.
Remedy.
Is Cass okay?
All I
Did she
hear is
already
like
drink the
commotion.
This is just her.
Oh my god.
This has nothing to do with the alcohol.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You know what? It makes sense that she's a Hufflepuff.
Right? I can concur with this.
I get it now. I mean, like, I get it before, but, like, I really get it now.
Maddie, are you also a Hufflepuff?
I am.
Are you good?
I'm a Ravenclaw, so.
Same.
It's okay. I won't hold it against you.
Okay.
Don't worry, I will.
Alive.
Consider myself a
She's
Ravenclaw.
alive!
Yay!
Yay!
Alright, well that diversion out. What were we doing?
Fun to take us to the castle, and he was telling us that he would have to get his people together and try and meet us as soon as he could, and he's afraid.
Needs of your people become before your own self-interests.
And all you can really do is the next right thing. One step at a time.
We will stand by your side.
Was that
Help
a
you
Frozen
face your
2
demons.
reference?
A what?
Was that a Frozen 2 reference?
Was?
What? Oh.
Yes!
I don't know why, but that reminds me that the guy who played Mr. Gold and Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time was the guy who played the Shade in Aragon, and I'm not okay with this.
What?
He's done a lot of things. Oh yeah, he played Durza, and he was the only good part about that movie.
Well, Brom.
That's true. Brom was
Jeremy
awesome.
Irons was fucking awesome in that movie.
It's true. It's true. It's true.
The movie is not as good as the book. They cut so much out.
The
I'm
book wasn't
so
that good
salty.
either, but-
It's
He just finished
apples and oranges. Doesn't. It's not the same. It's not even the same story.
I just finished listening to Aragon and Eldest that it's like, oh, I can tell these were written by a 15-year-old.
You guys should check out
I'm still salty about the lack of Catboy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I read.
I'm salty about the lack of coolness,
Remember it.
world building, trying to be anything except Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Trying to be anything except generic fantasy action piece.
Yep.
Didn't work.
Lord of the Rings.
Lord of the Rings put in beauty and effort and made it fleshed out and amazing. Aragon was trying to be Lord of the Rings.
I mean, to be fair, Lord of the Rings is only generic action fantasy piece because it is the first action fantasy piece.
Yeah, it set the
Like,
standard.
It's Seinfeld is unfunny. It's like, it's. Anyway.
It set the standard.
Anyway, what we were doing.
Back to the plot.
Yes. Right.
What is plot?
I don't know.
So
The reason you read hentai. Anyway.
Really just happened.
I'm going to.
Maddie!
You literally have an entire bottle of whiskey.
Want me to go get it?
Maddie's down! We got a Maddie down! We got a Maddie down!
Oh, sugar honey iced tea.
Okay. Excellent.
For all
Excellent.
children.
In school, kids. Or better yet, just homeschool. You get all the fun stuff that way.
Right? So,
So after my Frozen reference, we're trying to encourage him to be a good king.
Well, it's been 2 hours and we've just gotten down a plan.
Yep.
Oh, my phone went.
A plan.
Plan.
After the bath, we plan.
I love you and I hate you for that.
That, yes.
I've
Thank you.
been waiting!
Thank you.
Thing is, that's happened
That's all, folks.
twice already.
We plan at dawn.
Yeah!
We plan after bath.
We plan after the bath!
Okay. Hey, Kahn! Take us to the castle!
You good, Alex?
Before anything else has the chance to happen, I'm going.
We're fine!
Distracted again. Seikon, you guys file back into the Goodberry. He picks it up. You feel nothing because alternate dimension. Puts it in his sack and heads to the capital. You guys have about an hour and a half of travel distance of just sitting in the tavern doing whatever you feel like until he pulls it out and lets you know that you're and hands it off to one of the other guards who is going to let you know when it gets
So
there.
during this hour, Vonthorn kind of gathers everyone. Okay, what all do we have to act as distractions? Annalise and Naaman, you already said that you have your explosives. I can do thunderous abilities to. Let me pull up the spell real quick.
Here's my idea. Sneak in. I sneak in, because I'm good at that. I put a bunch of ball bearings right in front of the Khan's feet. I then stab his ankles with my knife. It's gonna feel like a bug bite, but maybe it'll get him to stand up. He then slips on the ball bearings. I then light some curtains on fire.
How big
That's
are these ball bearings?
The size of ball bearings.
Ball bearings can come in various sizes.
Are you sure that he's actually going to feel the ball bearings? And it's not just going to feel like gravel to him or sand?
Well, maybe.
I mean, I can also try shooting him in the eye.
That would annoy him.
High?
How tall is he?
He's within 120 feet.
Cool, yes I can.
Excellent.
But 120 feet, I don't believe, is the accuracy range. I think it's what you're accurate with, or what you're.
Yeah.
What does it actually say on the bow?
I'm looking at that now.
Longbow.
150
yeah.
feet. Yep.
And you have disadvantage at up to 6.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's well within your range.
So yes, I can shoot that high.
Cool. So we do
Wait,
all of
before
those
I
things at
continue-
once.
Before I continue, DM, can I ask you a question real quick? The giants be considered humanoids?
They'd be considered giants.
Well, they are humanoid in shape.
Right, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're humanoids.
Okay.
Depends on what you're asking about. What are you trying to do?
Well, I mean, I have a spell prepared, but I don't want to prepare it if I know it's not going to work.
All right. What is the spell? And I'll let you know if it works.
Hold person.
Hold person.
I think that's humanoid. I would think that would work.
I'm gonna go make another drink.
That's why I'm asking. Oh my god. You know what? You do you, boo.
Don't die on your way back.
Oh yeah, did we mention that the ice cream also had moonshine in it?
Oh god.
Not a lot. But still.
I mean, diluted with an entire pint of ice cream plus some preserved apples and some caramel.
Yeah.
Balanced breakfast.
That just makes the alcohol more effective.
Okay.
That's a snack
It was
that'll
also
smile
frozen
back.
overnight.
Yeah.
Alcohol doesn't freeze.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, it was
the
like
rest of it
a
froze.
splash.
Still.
Have fun. Go have fun.
It's
not like
Okay, she has had the equivalent of maybe one shot.
Yeah. I haven't had
again, go have fun. I'm not. Go have fun. Enjoy yourself. Be happy.
Love you guys.
We love you too, Cass. Don't die on your way back.
I'll try
Yeah, no,
not to.
don't trip and fall.
I'll try not to.
Okay.
Different things, though, so.
Right, but yeah, so that's why I was asking about the humanoid thing. Well, while you're looking that up, if anything, I'm more concerned about making sure that you all, or we all, stay well, because we don't know how he's going to react exactly, and we don't know
Probably
the amount
very
of power.
mad.
Oh, probably very mad, of course, but we don't know the extent of magic he's going to use against us. So if anything, I'm going to play it more defensively and some offensive magics just in case.
I'm gonna guess he's gonna start with stomping, because that tends to be what you do when you see bugs on the floor and they're giving you a problem. Magic's probably gonna come later when he sees this as an actual threat, which I'm not sure is gonna happen.
Yes, I'm not sure
According
what's gonna happen
according
there.
to D&D Beyond, giant and humanoid are 2 different types.
Thank you.
Okay. I might be able to get a brief insight of Azracon's defenses?
How
Because
so?
I do have a spell that allows me to grant us a brief insight into that, and that would give us advantage on our first attack against him, if and when it comes to it.
Right. What does that spell entail? Do you have to be within a certain range?
So the spell is True Strike. You point a finger at a target in range. Your magic grants you a brief insight into the target's defenses. On your next turn, you gain advantage on your first attack roll against the target, providing that the spell hasn't ended, and it lasts for 1 round. And it's a concentration spell.
Okay, so it's basically it just gives advantage.
Yeah.
It doesn't actually tell you anything about them. It just gives you advantage for that next attack.
Right. Yeah. It basically lets us know, hey, when we do this, it'll tell us as to how much it affects it.
I'm okay with that.
I'm also okay with that. So, if anything, we get a little bit of information initially while you and Naaman are acting as distractions. Me and Willow will stay to the defense once this starts to get ugly. And then, hopefully we can hold out long enough for Sayakon and the rest of the village to arrive.
Yeah.
Right.
There is nothing wrong with this plan whatsoever. I think we're gonna win.
Well, I don't think it's about winning. If anything, we're just there to
Cause a distraction. Yeah,
Yeah, we are there to stall.
absolutely. There's no way we're taking him down.
No, I agree.
I mean, I would say never because I've been wrong about every single encounter I've made so far. So
I know, but as character, that's what I'm saying. As the player, I know shit goes sideways and can do all sorts of weird things depending on the dice roll.
I mean, as a
I also
character,
have the
you would probably
ability
know that. Because just
I
in
also-
general, no combat, like, shit goes sideways in every combat encounter,
Yeah.
no matter what.
What were you saying?
Like, that's just the nature of battle.
Evelyn?
I also have the ability of creating a sudden loud raining noise that's really intense. And I could do it 60 feet away from me. So if I'm like within 60 feet of Azrakan, I could basically make him shake a bit. Maybe
I
his
could
foot.
do-
It's like a 10-foot sphere.
I could do something similar with thaumaturgy, but I'm
Does it
sure
make
what
him
you have-
shake, or does it, like, make a ringing in his head?
More so a ringing in his, let's see here.
Von Tharn,
Yeah.
go ahead and roll an intelligence check back to back with a history check.
Okay.
The intelligence check is going to determine the DC on the history check.
Okay. So intelligence check is a 21.
Fucking damn, okay.
And then history check. If I can just not lose my dice for a minute here. That is a 9.
So that intelligence check saved you here. So between those two, you start thinking about it, and you think about this sounds an awful lot like thunder damage, and a storm giant is probably immune to that.
Damn it. Never mind. This spell I have probably won't affect him much because he's a storm giant. And is he storm frost giant or?
He's a storm giant.
Okay, storm giant. So resistant to cold and thunder.
What you would know in character is he's probably immune to thunder. Like, as a frost giant would be immune to ice damage, a storm giant might be immune to the things that are associated with being a storm giant.
Damn it.
Like thunder.
So fire.
Yeah, so we'll have to avoid, for any of us magic users, we have to avoid things that would cause thunderous damages, because storm giants are pretty much immune to that stuff.
So fire.
Yeah, fire could work.
But yeah, no, because of that intelligence roll, you basically get a free insight to one of his immunities.
Works for me.
You're welcome.
I mean, it's better than having to figure it out in battle, guys. I mean, like,
Absolutely. I'm not complaining.
hell yeah.
Definitely.
What can I say except you're welcome?
For this free information. Anyway.
I could probably shoot off some magic missiles. Maybe.
Magic
As long
missile
as
would be
he's not
guaranteed to
immune to
work.
force damage.
Still, most of my damage is divine in nature, so if anything, unless he's also resistant to that.
You don't know.
I doubt storm giants are, unless he has a ability that makes him resistant or immune to radiant stuff.
All right then. Before we go, I want to say thank you, all of you.
What?
None of you have any real obligation to continue with this mission. You could have left, or you could have decided to remove yourself ages ago.
Well, we can't leave now.
Hate
I
to
do
break
have
it to you, I do actually have an obligation. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but
Bear.
Now I just miss Colleen.
Out of character, I get the joke. In character, Von Thorn's confused.
No, I do. Especially you, Von Von. Like, you came into this really,
Yeah, you have no choice but to hang out with us.
well, actually, you had a choice. You briefly went into Westmarsh with Naaman. You could have stayed there.
wait, that's in Westmarsh?
Yes.
Well, you guys went
Technically,
through all
it's
the
its own
trouble
pocket dimension, but it's connected to Westmarsh.
Well,
Oh.
essentially. But what I'm saying is you could have escaped our company many, many times already.
and you guys could have just left me bleeding in the snow. But you didn't. And I'm
like
grateful for that. And the
I like
fact
to
that
think
you
we're
guys
nicer
also...
than that.
Yeah,
Are we?
and
I like to think that.
Are you?
I like to think that we're nicer than that.
Well, are we though?
No, we're
The
not.
reason I said I like to think that.
That's okay.
and you guys kind of went through the trouble of making sure not only I was okay, but you were really hospitable, and I still don't exactly know how this all happened, but I'm kind of thinking I'm here for a reason anyway, based on how that teleportation scroll got me here and what I experienced through that. So, you know, part of it is me repaying the kindness that you guys have shown to me. And, well, if there's something bigger going on, especially with all of the barons and whatnot, well, Erelon has kind of been my home too for some time. So, who am I who am I to say I shouldn't take care of it, or at least help take care of it?
Yeah. Thanks to all of you for putting up with me.
It hasn't been easy.
Yeah,
It's
no, I
been
know.
easy.
I know. Believe me, I know. Most people
What
don't.
hasn't been
So,
easy is putting up with me.
nah, you're quiet.
I did get
I'm-
arrested.
That's true. I still need to
How
talk to you about
that
why the heck
happen?
you did. I don't know. Something
I
about
was trying
boots.
to surprise Colleen.
Yes, it was.
And she was very surprised. For sure.
It was a sweet sentiment, dear, but by gods, you have to bury the hatchet eventually. When it comes to a point of you threatening an innocent man, I believe you may need to
I said
rethink
I
your
wasn't gonna.
pursuits.
I said I wasn't going to stab him.
Yup.
You
Concern.
Very
threatened
convincing.
his life out loud. You did.
Don't
You
worry.
did.
Ryan,
Don't
are you
worry.
okay?
I'm just imagining this from Bondar's perspective. Just
And
the
then when we were able to get her out of jail, she stayed. You just stayed in jail for no reason. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. That's the main thing I don't get about you. We'll talk about that later.
It wouldn't have been right.
Was what?
It wouldn't have been right.
Yeah.
It wasn't right. Well, that.
Okay, sure.
No, in some perspectives, I do understand where you are coming from. It wouldn't have been right, especially since for you being a keeper of the law yourself, for someone
Exactly.
to break their sort of tenets, uphold the law, and then have to do so through intimidation tactics will kind of,
Well, technically, I'm not
for your own
yet,
sake,
but
it
I'm
wouldn't have
getting
been
there.
right.
I still don't get it, but
I'm
okay.
almost there.
I sling my arm around Naaman and then around Esmerang. I'm just like, I like you people. Thank you for letting me let you be you.
Well,
We're doing great. We're doing great.
yes, I suppose.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Von Thorn flicks her ears in agreement.
I love it when she does that.
Then.
Also, this is
Continue
probably
on.
the most fun I've had since taking up my job in deliveries. So
You've had fun?
That's good.
It's the most fun I've had since my ship sunk.
Hey, Esmeralda, honey.
Yes.
You know, it's fairly easy to have fun when you stop worrying and stressing about everything.
Boom. Mic
Damn.
drop.
that's one hell of a mic drop there.
It's also
What's a
easier
mic?
to have. It's also easier to have a conversation and take a compliment when you treat yourself more than copper, dear.
You know what?
Oh.
You don't have to be right about everything.
Yes, I do.
No,
Yes, I
you don't.
do.
No.
It's part of my.
Annalise
job.
is just watching this go back and forth like a ping pong match.
Von Thorn
Yeah.
just sits Von Thorn sits next to Annalise and Naaman to watch this.
I appreciate you, and I do think highly of you. The reason I initially stayed with this group was because of you.
Me?
Oh, damn.
Yes.
Her?
Why me?
Yes, you.
Thanks, Annalise.
Von Thorn asks one of the servants for a thing of popcorn to share between Annalise and Naaman.
Before you even ask, they're handing it to you. They've grown used to this sort of thing.
Why me?
Yes. Because you were given nothing.
I was-
Gained
wait, what?
everything. You were given nothing, dear, and gained everything. You know how incredible that is.
I
Especially
mean,
since now you are following in the footsteps of Darius, who, in one point, maybe in the future, you may be serving the people of Aralon in a much bigger way. I want to ensure that I'm there for your development, because I would love to see you grow. I've had very little involvement in the growth and protection and the pursuits of all things that make this kingdom great, even though I'm a noble. I am second born. I have a title, but I have no lands. I have no money. You have so much. And I want to see you be better than you are now.
thanks, Esmer. That means a lot.
We have to work on your stubbornness. Hopefully I can break it. Meantime.
Balthar gets a little teary-eyed at the emotion.
Yeah, Annalise wipes away a tear.
Balthar shares the box of tissues with Annalise.
Maybe even serving next to my brother and my best friend. I will be back at the sidelines one day, and I accept that. You have no excuse not to be great.
If you're holding me up to that standard, I'm gonna hold you up to that standard.
Fine. Fine. As much as I can.
Deal?
Fair enough.
Okay. Sounds good.
There's the social anxiety.
I was hoping you would segue into the open door, and here we go, folks. But apparently you decided not to.
Oh.
I have to keep the social anxiety somewhere.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, it's you.
Exactly.
Valdar kind of leans into Esmeralda and Willow. This is usually the part where a hug happens.
No.
No?
I don't think we're there yet.
Not there yet? Okay.
No.
I'll hug you.
And just
I say to Von Tharn.
We're hugging.
Me and Von Tharn just hug.
Oh, okay.
So you guys are
Alright.
standing there. Two of you have just had a really touching moment. The other two are now hugging.
Yeah. Because we just watched the whole thing and we just got so emotional and it was just such a touchy moment. It's like,
It was all true. It was all facts. I wasn't lying about any of it.
That makes it even better.
yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, alright. Unless you two
touching bonding moment.
Unless you two plan to use your tears to slip the Kahn, I suggest you get a hold of yourselves.
At the rate they're
immune to
going,
water
that might
damage.
actually
All of
work.
this.
You just hear Naaman chime in. At the rate they're going, that might actually work.
Yes.
Oh shit, you're right. All bearings and water.
Maybe.
That was sarcasm, dear.
Oh, you need to work on that. 'Cause I can't tell your sarcasm yelling from your normal yelling.
They
I'll
are
do
very
that.
similar.
I'll do that.
You're still cool people, Naaman.
Thank you.
Von Tharn chortles.
Aww.
All right, that's adorable.
Can't lie. That was very sweet. Then, enough of this sentiment before I become nauseous. Let's continue. And then so I guess we wait. And I also grab some popcorn from like one of them.
Popcorn is shared.
You go to ask one of the servants for popcorn. They're
No.
Just falls right through them.
No, honestly, let them have popcorn.
That's
Why not?
great.
Let them eat popcorn.
like all 10 of them have been sitting out there. All of them eating popcorn at the moment. Even the spectral Leo is sitting there.
Leo!
Out of
Yes.
character, I remember Leo. In character, Walter. Why is one of them giant?
He's the best.
He is the
Okay.
best. He's a former friend of ours.
Because he's full of so much love. It
I
makes
feel
him
like I
that
need
big.
to meet the real life person of the
Oh, he's
version of
even
this guy.
better.
Yes. Yes. Well, I don't know if I ever want to go back to that tavern again, to be fair.
It's true.
What happened at that tavern? And what was the tavern name?
Nimu jumped out of a window.
There was a murder.
I did do that.
Yeah, there was a murder.
I crashed into a car. It's where I got this.
Yeah.
Up the vial of
Uh,
potion of
you may
random
still
benefit.
you may still have a warrant for such actions actually lasted because of that. You know that, right?
The fuck's a warrant?
Why does Naaman have a warrant?
Oh my
Various
goodness, what-
reasons.
This is the longest hour I've ever experienced.
It's only been
Just
about
keeps
30
going.
minutes.
Yeah. In real time.
Hurry this shit up.
This has been happening in real time so far.
Oh, I
Yep.
hate it. I hate it so much.
Yep.
We love
Maybe
you too,
tempted
Liz.
to drink. If I knew I wasn't going to be
Hey, Liz, here you go.
You're sweet.
This is the second time Ryan has been broken tonight.
Second,
Aw.
you obviously haven't
Only
been paying
the
attention.
second?
I was about to say, it's the minimum third.
Either I have not been paying close attention to Ryan's reactions, or he has a very good composure face. Or poker face. That might be the word I'm looking for here.
Moonshine.
Are we at the castle yet?
I was about to say, like, I'm prepared to keep talking, but if we're at the castle, then I'm gonna
If you guys
shut
want to
up.
keep talking, go ahead. Because
Alright, fine.
like, as soon as you guys are done, that's when things are gonna end. And
I think
at
we've
the
been
rate-
done, like, at least
Yeah.
5 times.
Hurry this shit up.
I'll say what I have to say later, I guess.
I
you
understand
guys
that you're
asked
trying-
me to take it slower from now on.
Yep, I understand
so-
you're trying to give us some RP moments. I appreciate that.
Yeah. And that was a beautiful RP
We've gotten
moment.
Mhm.
several already.
So, we're done
yeah.
talking now.
So
Yes.
we'll see.
What?
No, I'm just looking at the time, and a combat encounter might be a
Yeah.
little bit longer than what we're intending.
Yep.
Which is kind of one of the other reasons why I'm basically just letting you guys have.
All right.
whatever
So
you
then, in
want
that
right
case,
now.
would you prefer I keep talking, or would you prefer the rest of this be role play,
It's
or do we want to actually
it is
progress?
up to you, but we may have to end as soon as any combat starts, and
Yeah.
then pick it up in the next game. Just because I don't
that's
know if we're
fine.
gonna have time to go into a full like BBEG
I agree.
encounter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Granted, fucking Pointy was a lot quicker than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, so
So-
let's do this. Let's do it.
No. I agree. I agree with Ryan.
Yeah. Because there's
is
that
starting to get late.
possibility that this time around the encounter could drag on.
Yep,
Yeah.
we
We
had
might have a
really
part
good
two or
dice
part
rolls that
three.
first time.
Yeah.
Oh, we had Jack with us.
Yeah,
It's
we
true,
did.
and the dice
Yeah.
gods were with us.
Yeah. And we might want Jack for this encounter. Just saying.
Please,
True.
Oh my
Please.
God, you're right.
please, Jack, come back. Please.
He just comes out of the cart like, what's happening?
Because Jack is basically your secondary healer at this point.
Yeah.
I have cure wounds.
Yeah. Sure. You do, but it's not as good. which you will
We
use
need
on
them
yourself.
good berries.
Yes, she has the good berries, and she also has other things.
Hunter's marker and Snaring Strike.
But you're going to use
We're
Hunter's
gonna
Mark
need
and Snaring
those.
Strike.
Definitely going to need those.
That is beside the point.
So, you guys have the entire trip to the castle in order to prepare, talk amongst yourselves, do as you will and please.
Annalise, one other thing before we continue. I want to say that I sympathize with your family engagements, but I don't. I understand that subjects like family and home are possibly difficult for you. I will say this. You will always have a home in Grey Cap. This is a promise.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That actually means a lot to me.
I know you're resistant to the cold, so you should be handling it just fine.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's fine. Yeah, no, that's great.
I promise it's actually not as cold up here that it is down
No, it's lovely. It's lovely. I think it's wonderful. Thank you. It's very, very nice of you.
Oh, just wait till you all meet my family in Avila.
Oh my god, I'm gonna cry. Stop it.
As a reminder, nobody has visited Garland's yet today. So if you guys wanted to try and maybe buy some equipment to help yourselves, or perhaps maybe Garland has some information that you might want.
So this is a hint from the DM.
Not really.
Yes,
It was just it's another option available to you.
No. I mean, it is good.
I feel weird about going to Garland's. I want to do a thing where I like make him a present first before we see him again, because he's kind of mad at us the last time. I feel just weird going in there and just being like, "Hey, give us more stuff."
Well, you are paying for it, so you.
Well,
You guys are doing
yeah.
great for his business at the moment.
Absolutely. But it always helps when they're
We could
liking you.
Yeah.
we could also just inquire if your item is completed by now.
Yeah.
The Heart of Disguise.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
So, I believe he's still commissioning it, and I don't know if my brother or my father has left him any messages for me.
Well,
That's
last
the
time
only
we talked to
route of
him
communication we
yesterday,
have.
he said it wasn't ready yet, so I'm not sure it would be ready by now.
I mean, he's been working round the clock. No point in not asking. Besides, we might need it in the future.
Well, yeah, we're definitely going to need it in the future. I'm just not sure we're going to need it for this particular fight.
We could also see about getting some advice on how else to deal with storm giants. Oh, and he might be able to give us some insight as to, like, the current goings-ons of this place. Like, we can relay him, hey, this is what's happening in this town here, and we want to know if you know anything or have any advice on it.
I'm pretty sure nobody has had any contact with this place in about 100 years.
This might also be a good opportunity to start reconnecting. See if Garland has a way of, like, I don't know, maybe he has connections with others that might be able to help out in this endeavor.
Well, if anything, if we manage to do this, it would be helpful in the future to have easier access to the Storm Giant City if we want to create relations in the future.
But I feel like it would be easier to set up that when we have someone that isn't poisoning their citizens on the throne.
That's fair. Well, I mean, I would like to go just to see if there have been any updates with my father or my brother. But, any of you are free to come with me, or even just how they're doing with the recovery process.
I'll come with.
You do know that if you go through the door in the tavern to get to Garland's, you cannot leave Garland's and then come back through the door.
No. I'm just making an assumption that if they want to get in contact with her, through Garland's would be the only way for them to do so.
Like, you can leave Garland's, but you're basically stuck there.
No, what I'm assuming is that if they ever wanted to leave an update for me, they would have to go to Garland's first and leave it there.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm explaining this because I never made it perfectly clear how that works. So you can go through Garland's once a day, and then you can return. But if you leave the shop and you don't go back to the tavern, then you can't get back.
Yeah. No, she wouldn't leave the actual shop. She would just ask if they left a message for her. Right then, and I can just inquire about your hat. I know you're a little bit hesitant, but I'm not.
Okay.
Any of you want to come with, or?
Yeah, I'll come with. I could use a crossbow and some bolts to help with some range stuff.
That would be very wise. I believe we still have those health potions. Some of us are holding on to those health potions.
Yes, I do.
Do you have all of them, Annalise?
Are they in your boobs?
Boobs.
Huh?
Boobs? What?
Yeah.
All I heard you say was boobs.
Oh.
Yeah. What?
She most of her inventory is in her brassiere.
Oh.
Yeah, are they in your boobs?
Yes, they are. Oh, actually, there's 3 of them. Okay, so I give.
We might want to discuss those.
Yeah.
In case.
So I'm gonna. It's a potion of superior healing. So I give. You have healing. Who doesn't have healing?
I think maybe one to
do not have
Von.
healing abilities.
And Von Thorn, you get a health potion. And Willow, you want a health potion?
I mean, I have cure wounds, but sure.
I didn't hear the first half of that sentence.
I have cure wounds, but sure.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you also might want to save that, but
I mean, I'm keeping one. I have 3. Von Thorn now has 1.
That would.
So I can keep 2.
I think. I mean, it's up to you, Willow, whether or not you want to keep it.
Yeah, because I can save.
Naaman, do you have healing abilities?
Oh yeah, Naaman, here, you should take one.
Sure.
There you go.
There we go. Figured it out.
Right then. I'll head off to Garland's. Who's coming with me? You? All right. Come along. We won't be long. Hopefully. She'll go.
Maddie, what version of healing potion did you give Von Thorn?
I think it was superior. Weren't they all superior?
Yeah, all 3 are superior.
Oh, shit. Okay.
They're really good. Superior is very good.
Oh yeah.
I think they're actually the most expensive kind, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
And we found them in the sewer.
There's Supreme.
Oh, they're not? Oh, right, Supreme. I forgot Supreme.
And if I wanted to, I could make some
Supreme healing?
No.
No. We
They're
have
superior.
superior healing.
3 potions of superior. She was saying that superior was the highest it goes. No, it goes up to, so far,
Supreme, I forgot,
commonly it goes up to Supreme.
Right then. Right, and she'll
I
go to
was about
Garland's
to
shop.
say, holy shit!
She'll go to
And-
Garland's shop.
In theory, you have heard of potions that can go higher, but they're very rare.
Very. And Von Thorn is just confused about how she was able to hold that many potions
at the size they were in her brassiere.
Oh, no. You see her digging in there, and she pulls one bottle out about yay big, and then another one, same, and then another one, same. Like, she's just pulling things out of there like it's twice the size it should be.
Like those magician ribbons that just keep going.
No, out of character, I'm replaying the scene of Pirates of the Caribbean when Keira Knightley is like pulling all of those weapons out from her clothes, and then that last weapon just comes up from behind her. It's like,
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
That is exactly it.
Author's confused. She's
Don't think too hard about it. Again,
Confused Dragon
the more
Kitty.
the more you question it, the more you'll hurt yourself. Don't worry. Just let's continue, dear.
Yeah.
And she'll go through Garland's shop.
Alright, you get into Garland's, and you see Lucy is once again running some books up the stairs. She's holding her hands out. She's not actually physically holding them. She's holding her hands out, and they're floating in front of her. And she's just kind of slowly walking up as she sees you come in. Welcome in. I'll be with you shortly. As she leans her hand out a little bit as she stops on the stairway, and the books go forward. And she seems to be concentrating a little bit. She doesn't seem to be having too much trouble with it, but she still very much is concentrating on it. As the books then separate out, and she seems to have a little bit more trouble as they start putting themselves away.
Take your time, dear. We just wanted to ask a few questions, and I think only one of us has some actual shopping to do.
Right. Of course. What questions did you have?
Well, first off, have either my brother or my father left any messages?
Oh, make your check. And she shuffles through some papers. It seems no urgent messages have been left as of yet. Did you want me to leave something for them? I can easily do that.
I'll have to think on that for a moment.
Of course, take your time.
And your uncle, is he nearby or is he resting?
Oh, I believe he's out on an errand, but he should be back any moment.
Right then. In your studies, dear, you wouldn't happen to have studied anything close to the sort of magical abilities of storm giants?
No.
I know it's a bit random, but
We lost him, Maddie. There's Maddie.
I haven't studied storm giants in particular. We may have a few books. I know my uncle has been collecting a library since you guys have bought the traveling tavern. He's trying to branch out into other services for adventurers now that the taverns are starting to be wheeled out. But as you guys are the sort of maiden voyage of said endeavor, nothing is quite set up as of yet. However, as she reaches into her shirt and pulls out a smaller, less elaborate, but similar key to the one you see Garland wear. As she taps it on the table, and another door appears and opens slightly into another room that is a little bit darker. If you follow me, and you guys walk through the room, and there are mountain-high bookshelves. But most of them are empty. It is a gigantic sort of library-esque area with that. It seems to be. It looks like they're still filling out the actual library itself. This is a place where the adventurers who are tied to any of the traveling taverns, which is to say the lot of you, can come and do research if necessary for when that sort of thing comes up. Obviously,
Oh,
we have very limited resources at the moment. My uncle is still trying to fill the library out, as it were, and such things do take time. He has, I believe he's actually, at the moment, in talks with the king to try and provide some government funding for said endeavor, as the royal family does have an invested interest in the welfare of adventurers.
Right. It's certainly interesting. Oh, thank you. This place is a dream, even with the empty spaces. But yes, we were just looking for some information on storm giants, and if there's nothing here, that's fine. If perhaps the chance that it arises,
Well,
if you could contact us immediately, that would be appreciated.
I don't know of anything in particular, but Dewey, come here, please. As a automaton like rolls up, it looks very much like it's like a round egg with a sort of like oval screen on it with just a line and two little arms on a caterpillar style what's the like tank treads as it rolls around. As it
I'm
rolls
just
up.
imagining like an egg-shaped R2D2.
Kind of. But instead of the treads being on either side of it, it's a pole that connects straight down to a tread
Whoa!
with two little arms on either side.
That's awesome!
As it comes up and the line morphs, and then now there's a little like sort of like kind of like an emoji face on it.
Ah!
Yes. How can I help you?
Adorable.
You dead.
Yes, Dewey. Do you have any books on storm giants by chance? Let me look. As he just sort of like the face sort of like flatlines again, and it just you see like kind of like a heartbeat sort of monitor type thing run through.
It's buffering.
Kind of, yeah. And then it comes back and the face pops back up. We have one book on storm giants. Allow me to show you as he rolls along and he takes you down to one of the aisles of book stacks. Oh, one of the aisles of bookshelves. All of it being empty, and then he stops, and you look around and like there's nothing there, and then he turns towards one of the bookshelves, and that pole extends all the way to the top, and you see now, like at the very top shelf, there's one book on this entire thing of shelves. There's one book, and he grabs it, and he comes back down, and he hands it to you.
Oh, lovely. Thank you so much, Dewey.
You're welcome.
Right. This is going to be very useful.
Anything else I can help you with?
I don't believe so. Vanthon, do you have any more inquiries?
I was gonna see about getting a crossbow and some bolts. Really, if you guys have that.
Ah, yes. We are starting to keep some more mundane weapons in stock. So if you follow me back to the shop proper, I can get you sorted with that. Do you all require any more assistance from me?
May I ask a bit of a personal question?
Sure.
Have you seen my brother or the prince stop by?
Well, I'm sure they're very busy.
No, of course. I'm just just curious. Don't worry.
Of course.
Thank you.
Well, let's move on to your crossbow bolts.
Mm-hmm.
As
I've
Also, any additional items that you think could make quite a quite a show. Very chaotic. Any items of that nature that might also be something worth investing in. We'll see. But yes.
yes. Well, certain things do come to mind.
Mhm.
We will. I'll gather what I can think of to fit that description, and when you're done here, you can come peruse at your leisure.
Of course.
Basically anything that can distract a giant. A storm giant in particular.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
that might be. Well, it narrows it down some.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'll sit here with the information. You two go ahead.
right.
Let me know if you need that to be translated. What I take a look at the book
Is
that's
it
in
in common?
Mesmer's hands. Yeah. Is it in common or
It's a
giant?
good point.
What languages do you know?
I know Abyssal,
Yeah.
Celestial, Common, Draconic, Giant, and Leonin.
Common, Abyssal, and Celestial.
It is in common. That is the point of the library.
Awesome. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Just so you are aware, because we don't actually have the library up and running yet, we're not going to worry about it just yet. But we will be in future visits to the archive. Will have a fee attached to them.
Understood. Thank you for your leniency for the moment.
Well, it's not like we have much to choose from. Honestly, I'm surprised you found even what you did. Anyway.
Oh, me too.
With that, I'm going to go help your friend.
Go ahead, dear.
All right, and so two things are going to happen. You're going to buy your crossbow bolts and crossbow. That's going to be about, I'd say maybe a 5 silver for the crossbow itself. Probably about 10 silver for the like not the bolts, but like depends on how many bolts you want. How many bolts do you actually want?
Like standard 25.
25 bolts. Okay, so
yeah,
probably like another 2 silver. So not even a gold.
Nice.
Very cool.
I mean,
Right,
they're mundane weapons. It's not like they do anything special. If you want something fancy, you might want to ask about magical crossbows and stuff like that. That's a thing that happens. But yeah, unless you want something like that.
Unless you got crossbow bolts of fire.
Oh, we do actually a handful of them. They run about. I don't know what.
Yes.
Put
Put out there.
That's not what
Need to be accurate.
I think they're probably about. I doubt they'd be too much. The crossbow the bolts themselves run about I think about 150 gold each, if I'm not mistaken.
I think I will take. If with these crossbow bolts of fire, do they work with a regular crossbow?
Oh, of course. So long as you're buying them to fit the type of crossbow you're firing, but we can match them to your weapon of choice.
Okay, because I'm just wanting a kind of a simpler crossbow. Let's see here, how much range is? Because the crossbow, out of character, the crossbow that I originally had, when I first created the character, crossbow light, which gave an 80-foot range. What is it? 80 feet to 320 feet was the light crossbow. And that's what I was wanting to get. So that way I can just re-equip it. So in character, so would a crossbow light be considered a smaller crossbow or a hand crossbow?
A light crossbow? It would be it wouldn't be a hand crossbow, but it would kind of be between the two.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm seeing now that it's two-handed. Okay, so could the crossbow bolts work with a light crossbow?
Yeah, as I said before, we can make sure we have firebolts prepared in all types of ammunition options for bows, crossbows, and all of the different likes. So we can get some that match the weapon you're using.
Okay. You know what? I'll take 3 of the fire ones.
3 fire crossbow bolts. Coming right up. As she puts that. Are you with Vonthorn or with Annalise?
Vonthorn.
Okay. So
it's
you.
Esmery, not Annalise.
Right. Sorry, Esmery. All right. So you're with. So you listening to all of this too. You heard her say fire arrows as well.
Yeah. How much would fire arrows be?
Same price, 150
per arrow.
Per arrow.
Yeah.
Dear, I could assist.
All right. Unfortunately, there's not a pre-prepared item for this.
I was also looking. I found a homebrew item, but it was not 150. It was like 5 gold for fire arrows. I was like,
I want that.
I know, right?
I wonder what that one does. Like, what's the point? Oh, I bet it probably does bow damage, the typical damage of a typical arrow, but instead of doing piercing damage, it does fire. I would assume for that. That would be worth 5 gold each. Like, I would do that.
What are these ones?
But, huh?
What are these ones?
These ones do extra damage. So, go ahead and write this down because I'm going to make it up off the top of my head.
Nice. But
so
finally,
these arrows will do. Each of these arrows do 2d6 fire damage on top of the piercing damage that your bow normally does.
Hold on. I don't have a pencil. Fuck.
And since they're 150 gold each, that means got 3. That means we're paying 450 each.
450 each, assuming you're both buying 3.
I mean, I'm buying 3. I don't know how many Willow's buying.
don't die.
I make 0 promises.
All right, fair enough.
Willow, here's a pencil.
What was that?
You have a pencil?
I have
Thank you. Okay, you just threw a pencil at me. Okay. Okay.
Such a Ravenclaw and Hufflepuff interaction. I swear to God.
Hey,
And how
I
much is the
resemble that
crossbow?
remark.
I'm not meaning it as an insult.
Wait, Ryan, don't you mean resent?
No, no, I don't. I know what I said.
Wait, Ryan, aren't you also a Ravenclaw?
Yes, I am.
Okay,
It is Ravenclaw.
Okay, what was the fire damage? It was what, 2d6 on top of it?
Yeah, it's your typical bow damage on top of you get to roll an extra 2d6 fire damage for that particular shot. The price of these arrows may change in the future because I'm pretty sure I've severely underpriced them. But
It's fine.
So, would you guys like to know what I wrote instead of damage?
What did
What
you
did
write?
you do?
I wrote Darrow. I just put a D in front of arrow.
2d6 fire Darrow.
Well, I'm writing bow damage, and it did not come out as bow damage.
It's 2d6 fire Darrow. 2d6
So
fire
someone's a daddy's
bow
girl.
damage.
That reminds me, today I was talking to my boyfriend on the phone, and like I was pointing out that one of my cats was having Linner, and he said, "Oh, you could also say he's having Dunch," and I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh god.
I was like, Jesus Christ,
Okay,
Dunch.
bow damage. Bow damage plus 2d6.
Yes.
Oh, and how much was the light crossbow?
Oh, that you're gonna have to look up. Let me find it.
Sorry. That is your responsibility. Sounds like a you problem.
It's 1d8 piercing damage.
No, how much?
Oh, how much does it cost? Wow, really?
How much?
Okay, I was very wrong about how much that cost.
Okay, hold on. I have to go use the bathroom again. I will be back.
But
Don't die!
I make no promises.
course.
Okay.
Yeah, apparently the crossbow itself costs 25 gold, so
Okay.
I thought it would be cheaper than that since it's a mundane weapon, but
Meh.
I think. I'm sorry. I'm so distracted. I think people are setting off fireworks in the middle of a thunderstorm, and I don't know how this is gonna go. I hear the fireworks and the thunder at the same time. I'm like,
That's
how-
slightly concerning.
And,
Someone's dog is very unhappy.
I know. I can't imagine all the
Yeah.
poor puppos.
and the
What about your
bolts are
papa?
going to be 24 for a gold.
Okay. I was hoping for 25?
Well, they're sold in sets at 24.
Oh, sold in sets of 24. So 1 gold for a set of 24 regular bolts?
Yeah.
Okay. 1.
Did we save the one that like pierced your freaking abdomen? Because then you would have 25.
That is up to you.
I will totally save that one.
And you know what?
Up to
I'll
you.
just for the sake of hilarity, I'll say it's the actual same size bolt. So you got 25 bolts, and one of them is
Thank you,
very
Ryan.
red.
The Vanish just happened to get her with a light crossbow bolt. How
Well, I
interesting.
mean, it's not inconceivable that the bandits would be using light
Oh,
crossbows.
of course.
To be fair.
It's more or less like, why does she keep it?
Cycling.
For cycling.
Cycling. And we're environmentally friendly here at TPK.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna end up doing. You said the arrows are 150 apiece?
Yes. For now.
If you need assistance, let me know.
I have a calculator up for this. I have a calculator.
I meant in payment, but sure.
Oh,
If you need help paying.
You're not there right now.
yeah.
Oh, right, no, I'm still in the library. Excusez-moi.
How many are you looking to get, Willow?
Well, I would like to get 24. But,
Firebolts?
yes.
That's
At
yours.
150
shit,
each
hun?
arrow.
I mean, I would like to get that many. I'm not going to.
Yeah, I think we started out with that amount of gold, actually. Or at least I did.
It's 3,600.
Yeah, that's pretty much about what I started out with.
I do not.
And you only
I
paid
did
us 10
not.
gold a day.
I didn't think it was going to be a permanent situation. I thought it was gonna be like tops a week before I was like, okay, bye.
Bye.
You guys somewhere else.
Von Thorn did not
Time.
start off with that amount. Definitely not that
No.
amount.
No.
I'm probably gonna do 5.
5 arrows? Okay.
Yeah.
How much gold is that?
950. No, 750.
750.
I wonder if giants collect gold.
Put
Do they collect
9
gold?
fire arrows in your inventory.
If so, is the gold their
Or,
size?
sorry, 5.
Fuck! Fuck!
Nice try.
I was
Nice.
gonna do it. You told me to put 9. I was gonna put 9.
How large is one gold giant coin? Can it fit inside of Vardo?
One gold coin from a giant?
Yeah.
Remarkably, you don't know. You didn't exactly witness a whole lot of commerce.
No, of course not. I mean, like, this is the player's curiosity, not Esmeralda.
Do I have to add a custom item for this? Because it's not in the,
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
So, oddly enough, giants actually use the same currency as everybody else. It's the same coin.
But bigger?
No, actually, it's the same size.
Oh my god! How do they count it? Do they use tweezers? For real.
they use it like the spice meme.
Salt Bay.
Yeah.
No, in the Giants' case, Gold Bay.
That's so funny.
They don't change the size of the coins. The coins themselves change size of their own independence. So
Wild.
the money in Andorra was originally created by a god. Think kind of like Genshin Impact, but not as volatile.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So this god created the currency before he became a god. It's kind of what led him to becoming a god. It was the god of trade, and a fun fact that you might actually know depending on how high you roll for a history check.
Wait, who?
Esmeralda.
Oh,
Which dice?
I
Oh, I
was
choose.
tuning you out while I did my thing.
We'll go with you.
I don't know what's going on.
Let's see what my modifier is for this. Is that history?
Yeah.
I just realized.
Gotcha.
We can't do the combat next session.
What is that?
I'm gonna do it.
Oh, are you not going to be here?
Alright.
I'm gonna be on duty next session.
It's not that high. It's 12.
12, that's good enough.
I'm
The DC was very much not high for you. So the it's basically common knowledge at this point, and it's also part of the sort of what's the word I'm looking for? Propaganda in Erelon that the royal family, the original founder of the royal family in Erelon, eventually became the god of commerce.
Oh, okay.
And that's how Erelon itself got founded, was because this person's knack for trade and commerce eventually just coalesced in him essentially starting his own country at the center of a continent. And ever since, Erelon has sort of stood ever since the Age of Ascension.
Okay.
So, which is the Age of Ascension is the first known age. The first age in recorded history, I should say.
Yeah.
So yeah, Erelon's been around a long time.
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan? I am very tired now. If we could wrap this up soon, I would appreciate that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fair.
And then, like, if anything, I don't know, like, maybe next week, I I don't know. I don't want to skip personally.
Could we do
Yeah.
Saturday instead?
I mean,
Sunday, you mean?
What did I say?
Saturday.
Saturday.
Oh yeah, Sunday.
We can do a temporary one-off on a different day if that works better for everyone. If everybody has a Sunday, we'll have to
I
check
have
with
a
Jack too.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But okay, so last thing we're gonna do is Esmeralda is going to make a investigation roll for reading her
Can I
book.
give myself guidance?
You can.
Yay! Thank you.
No, absolutely not. Never. Not in a million years.
Investigation. All right. Call guys, physical or digital?
Physical.
Physical.
Yeah, physical. As if they do you bad, you can then throw them across the room.
Yes.
Yes.
Some kinesthetic energy out. Okay.
Yeah.
Red or skull?
Skull.
Should I roll them first?
Skulls.
Oh.
Skull.
Skulls.
Okay.
Because if
Skull.
you spell, you're doomed when you fail.
Oh, fuck you.
Alright.
Oh no.
Oh, that's not bad. And then I'm gonna add guidance, which is a D4.
Plus investigation.
Yep. 17.
Nice.
Total.
So from this, you do manage to gain a general knowledge of storm giants. Not much is known about them since they seemingly disappeared from a gray cap about 100 years ago. There used to be and you recognize that this book actually comes from that town. There used to be a town that's said to have done trade with storm giants, and it is what essentially ended up becoming the entry port to Grey Cap from Erelon itself. You've passed through it a number of times every time you've gone through to go visit Erelon itself. The biggest attraction in the town is this gigantic hole in the ground, and it's said that this was some sort of landmass that just rose up into the sky and would go back and forth, and that's how trade was facilitated. You also find in this book that storm giants. This book also, documents the known physicalities of storm giants. So you know that they are resistant to cold damage. You already knew they were immune to thunder, but you now know that they are also immune to lightning damage.
Okay, so that is useful.
So if you want to write that stuff down.
Lightning, cold, and thunder?
They're resistant to cold, immune to lightning and thunder.
Immune to lightning and thunder. Okay.
Basically, Thor would not be able to do shit to them.
Yeah,
No.
seriously.
Thor and Loki both, honestly.
Yeah.
Frost giant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Loki
Punk is
can
going to
understand.
actually get involved in this one, so see how that goes.
Yeah, the comment section on that on this video, just because of that, should be interesting.
Just the entire.
No, Thor and Loki could definitely take a storm giant because of
Magic.
Because Loki does illusionary magic.
Mechanics
What
for
a
working with
fat
the
man, like that. I like how we all immediately
in the
do that.
original Thor movie, Thor took out an entire army of frost giants. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, it was Frost, not Storm.
Well, I mean, like,
And
how
I'm just
different
saying,
they
in the
be.
third Thor movie, he was somehow knocked unconscious by a taser.
I forgot about that. Good
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it wasn't even a fluke. It was just a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. Do I learn anything else?
Um.
My 17.
17. With
Why
the
did my
17,
brain go to Dark World?
you do know that they are supposed to be natural casters, but you knew that already. It doesn't list what kind of spells that they are typically known to use, but you do know that they have a fearsome attack, which is the ability to throw whole bolts of lightning that do massive amounts of damage.
Right then, I'm going to make sure I remember that. I'm sure it won't be hard to forget. Massive amounts of lightning.
Other than that, it's the same stuff you hear about all other giants. They tend to throw rocks. These ones tend to use great swords, that sort of thing.
Okay, interesting. So, just to clarify, the last recorded history of storm giants interacting with the surface, like our surface world, is basically about 100 years ago. Then, some magic was used to sort of lift the entire village up from the ground.
The hole in question doesn't look like it's the size of the island. It looks significantly smaller. You've seen the hole. You've passed by it a few times.
Yeah.
But it's said that this hole was the vehicle by which they did their trade with the storm giants. So whatever that means, you don't know, but that's as much as the book tells you, is that somehow they did trade with the giants over 100 years ago before the giants just disappeared.
Hole in Aralon.
No, the hole in the city that borders Greycap and Aralon.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
It's just a big hole in the ground. Like it looks like a rock quarry, but
Okay.
there's no actual like inlets or downstreams or anything like that. And it's like built up like it's supposed to hold something, but it's just a gigantic hole.
Interesting. Might not even be that the storm giants, and they might be referring to the other city. Interesting.
Dude,
All right.
what if what's behind the door is what's keeping the city afloat?
That's also what I'm worried about. Yeah, so we might not want to.
All right.
Shall we go down that rabbit hole?
But we
Okay.
not. I think our DM is about to wrap things up for tonight.
Actually, yes. So that is where we're going to end things for tonight, because everybody's getting a little bit restless and probably a bit sore sitting in these chairs for so long. So with everything there, you guys have plenty to think about, and next week, hopefully, there should be a giant fight. So
There should be a Jack back.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
hopefully.
we need
That's
Jack.
what we're more worried about.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Willow,
I mean, like-
tell your people. Cass, tell your people you have better things to do.
Yeah, seriously, a storm
Yep,
giant
I'm
fight?
definitely
let's-
sure
let's
that they will
tell
listen
the
to that.
U.S. Navy she's got better things to do.
Yeah,
Dungeons and Dragons become
yeah, let's do that. That'll be great.
Great.
Alrighty.
I mean, stranger things have been happening than the.
Oh god.
I mean, if we were doing it on Saturday, I would be watching.
All right.
We'll
Well,
figure that out.
What about Sunday?
We'll let you guys
we'll
know
figure
on our
things out,
Twitter
and we'll
account.
let you all know on our various social medias, which our wonderful and beautiful Liz is going to be handling, because she's awesome like that.
She is awesome. She's the
She's amazing.
Because she is now our social media manager, whether she likes it or not. Anyway,
Yeah.
you volunteered for this position, and now you're trapped.
I did.
So, with that all said and wrap-ups aplenty, we will catch you all hopefully next week. And until then, don't let the bears bite.
Don't let the bears bite.
Night.
Okay.